Good morning, everyone. Before we begin our series of webinars, let us start with the prayer followed by the national anthem. Let us remember that we are in the holy presence of the Lord. Altogether, let us pray. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Lord, teach me the things that are important, to be generous with your gifts, compassionate to those who have less, just in the face of unfair circumstances, true when the world's values contradict my own, gracious when things don't go my way, and magnanimous when they do. May nothing else matter except faith in your goodness, my neighbors and mine, hope that things can get better, and charity that always sets things right. May your special love for the poor, the mark of my uniquely Vincentian education, be the work I excel in, the standard I constantly refer to, and my courage when I meet you someday. O Mary conceived without sin, pray for us who have recourse to thee. Saint Vincent de Paul, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang mag-ibig, kay mas nagsilanganan, alam ng puso, sa likid mo'y buhay. Upang hinirang, kuya ka ng mag-ibig, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit ng pangaw, ay hinatang tulang awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iinig, ang bituin at karagyan kailan ang ay di mag-iinig. Lumalang araw ng walhagin pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya ng bangkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Now, to give us opening remarks for this lovely morning, let us welcome our batch advisor, Engineer Brandon Dunca. Thank you so much, Engineer Dunca, for the warm welcome. Good morning, classmates! So, kamusta naman tayong lahat? I hope we are all excited about the wonderful topics that we have prepared for you. Kung inaantok pa tayo, siguro maghilamos tayo, tumayo, at onting exercise para naman to wake our spirits up. Pero sa tingin ko, hindi na natin kailangan gawin ang mga yon dahil mabubuhayan talaga ang ating diwa sa ating first topic. Industrial Engineer as a Project Manager. Our first speaker is an IE graduate from Adamson University, a current project manager at Globe Telecom. Let us welcome Engineer Pauline Ariola, Project Management Professional, Associate ASEAN Engineer, Certified Industrial Engineer, and Certified Six Sigma Yellow Belter. Good morning po, Engineer.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you for that very lively introduction, Colleen. Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen right now. Please let me know if you can see it. Can you see it right now? No.
Not
yet.
po.
Okay, for a minute. Okay, can you see it right now?
Yes po, kita na po.
I'm also using Canva. So, ngayon ko lang siya nakita and super useful niya. So, yan. So, are you seeing the full screen?
Yes po.
Okay. So, again, please bear with me, everyone, because this is just my first time in using Canva and I've just made this presentation this morning. Also, I want to set expectations. Who are our audience for today? Anong grade or year?
Our audience po are first-year students.
Oh, okay. So medyo magda-dial down siguro ako sa career, more on view tayo kung ano yung project management. Okay, I thought graduating, pero yes, sige. We'll change the perspective na lang. And also to set expectations, the second speaker will be Zhao Himera. I will be calling him Himera sometimes because we're close. And also, siguro, Engineer Zhao. He is with me right now actually in the house. So, yung job namin ngayon is medyo, actually parehas talaga. We're in the tech industry and as a project manager. So, yung hindi ko mako-cover, pinag-usapan talaga namin na siya yung mag-cover nun. Okay. So, again, please bear with me. This is my first time using Canva. Okay. Let me switch back to the first slide. So, good morning, everyone. This is Industrial Engineers at Work. So, this is about project management. I am Pauline Ariola, Project Manager. Today, December 4, 2021. Again, I'm Pauline Ariola, PMP, CIE, AAE, PCYP. So I'm a current project manager in Globe Telecom. But before that, I was a senior project manager in Microgensis Business System. So consultancy po yun. And then before that, I was a business owner sa Sui Generis Cafe. So I will make this as informal as I can because I've been presenting for a living. So this is quite formal for me. So talagang gagawin natin siya informal hanggat kaya natin. Okay, our agenda for today, I have 4 paths taken, project management, IEs, SPMs, and then tips. Okay. Next slide. Ayan. So yung path ko kasi, para siyang pathless taken. Hindi siya normal na path ng mga IEs. So, una, naging IE ako. So, I have gained or honed many skills as an IE. First is yung people skills. First, I want to encourage everyone to join organizations. Siguro hindi ngayon kasi online tayo. Pero kapag nag-face-to-face na tayo, please join organizations. Kasi masaya sa, plus hindi mo alam, masaya ka na nagko-communicate, yung skills mo pa in communication, leadership, management, and conflict resolution, nakukuha mo na pala. Kasi sa corporate world, gagawin mo to, pero task ka na to do. Pero ngayon, dahil masaya ka pa, hindi mo siya masyadong iniisip, pero talagang ginagawa mo na siya. Akala mo, nagde-design lang kayo ng TARP, tumatawag lang kayo ng suppliers, naghahanap lang kayo ng sponsors, pero talagang yun is preparing for the corporate world. So please join organizations and take calculated risks always. Kasi meron at meron tayong matututunan doon. Ayun yun talagang in-optimize namin during college. Nag-join kami sa lahat because you'll gain connection, you'll gain friends. Huwag tayong tamad sa pakikipag-usap. Second is in technical skills. So, technical skills in a sense na ito yung optimization and ating mga data analysis. So, since first year kayo, later on, ang makikita natin sa IE is ang galing nila mag-present, ang galing nila mag-risk analysis kasi hinahanap nila yung root cause. So kapag sa work and then in life actually in general, kapag kailangan mo ng mabilis kausap, makakapag-explain ng dahilan, ng cause, and then specific steps, maghahanap ka ng IE. So please enjoy the curriculum kasi magagamit siya sa life in general. Okay, I forgot to open my screen. Thank you, Sir Brent, for opening yours. Okay. So second is being a business owner. So after graduating ng pagka-IE, nag-take ako ng certification. Also, I encourage you to take the CIE because since wala tayong board, so ito po yung licensure natin. Also, it's not about the competency din eh. Mara-review mo lahat ng course natin, yung curriculum natin, na ang ganda talaga. Kung pag nasa dulo na kayo, ma-appreciate nyo na lahat ng curriculum natin ay best fit talaga for managers, for business owners, yung optimization, yung process, entrepreneurship, madami talaga tayong matutunan. So, hindi siya, nung college kami, hindi kami nahirapan masyado mag-aral kasi nag-enjoy kami. And with groups naman yung aral namin, so nag-brainstorm kami, negotiate, nag-aaway, nag-take time talaga to argue kung ano yung point or ano ba yung selection or decision making namin. So take time and really enjoy the process because we did. Business owner yung second ko. Again, after CIE, nag-business ako since yung family namin, puro kami business. Puro entrepreneur, actually wala nag-employ. So, inevitable na mag-business din ako. So from there, nag-upgrade yung people skills ko. So, natuto akong makipag-usap sa suppliers and then customers. Makipag-negotiate sa cost. I've learned that never, parang wag mo laging, gusto ko Tagalogin eh, wag natin kukunin lagi yung first offered na price, lagi tayo mag-negotiate. Don't accept the first offer. Yun lagi nyo natatandaan in business and in project management and every estimation din. Third is business knowledge, owner's POV. So kadalasan kasi, ang path nga ng tao is before siya mag-business, kailangan mo mag-employ. Kasi para makita mo yung details or kung paano yung employment sa loob before ka mag-business. So parang hindi ka nangangapa. Ako nabaliktad. So una, nag-business owner ako and then alam ko yung POV, alam ko yung point of view ng pagiging business owner. Kaya nung nag-employ ako, talagang sobrang masunurin kong employer kasi gusto kong makatulong dun sa business owner. And alam ko yung kapag may mga unethical decisions, ayoko din gagawin sa akin yun. Kaya talagang naging maganda yung sa akin na business owner muna ako before mag-employer. So third, yung business ko, nag-close siya because nasa corporate building siya. So apparently, binili yung buong floor ng ibang businessmen. So sobrang lungkot ko. I've tried employment kasi ang dami kong energy, ang dami kong energy kasi galing akong business eh. So ngayon, nawala lahat yon. So super sad ko. So I've tried employment. Being an IE, hindi talaga ako nahirapan. Ang daming choices. So ang dami kong interview na inatenan. Ang dami ko ring offers actually na tinanggihan. Kasi namili talaga ako. So ganun ka-flexible yung IE. So bakit ko napag-desisyonan na project manager? Because I love my business. So somehow, yung business is related siya sa project. Same yung objective nyo na kailangan mo siyang tapusin, kailangan mo siyang bantayan, kailangan mo siya i-measure, kailangan mo maging negotiable sa mga tao, kailangan magaling ka mag-communicate. So, sa tingin ko, para sa akin, dahil gano'n na nga yung business ko, ang closest ko talagang profession will be project manager. And nagpagiging project manager nga ako in an IT company, so consultancy. So ngayon, yung skills ko, nag-level up ulit siya from people skills, supplier and customers ulit, pero ibang level na. So may kontrata na to, bigger projects, bigger mga CEO na, yung mga kausap ko, mga C-levels, matataas na talaga. So may difference pa din syempre yun. And also, negotiation skills, dito ko nagawa yung risk management na natutunan ko noong IE pa. Kasi hindi ko siya nagamit actually nung nasa business pa ako. So why? Because kapag may business ka, parang hindi mo masyadong makikita yung risk or naka-focus kasi ako sa marketing. Kasi ito talaga yung direct income or revenue generating. Ayan. So ayun, path less taken yung sa akin. But I want to highlight also that you can always change your path. Don't be scared. Na-late ako na employment nung bago ako mag-project manager, 2 years or 3 years na working yung mga kasama ko. But now, nakasabay naman. Actually, mas naangat ako pa yung iba. Talagang personality and know yourself din. Kung ano yung talaga yung bagay sa'yo. And take calculated risk and don't be afraid really to try. Okay, next slide. Ayan. So for project management naman, this is quite technical. So ang alam kasi natin sa project management ay project lang siya. Okay. So ang alam natin siguro sa project, ngayon siguro sa college, may ipapasa kayong activity, paano gagawin. High level ganun siya. So kailangan mo ng resources, yung mga gamit, kailangan mo ng time, kailan gagawin, kailangan mo ng location, saan gagawin, kailangan mo ng budget, may gagastusin ba? Kailangan natin ng risk. Kapag ginawa ba natin ito ng Wednesday, mal-late ba tayo? Kapag ba nag-outsource or pinagawa natin sa iba, mahuhuli ba tayo? So, kontrata yon. Kapag ba nagdagdag tayo na isang tao na tutulong sa atin, kaya ba ng budget natin? So, high level, ganun din siya. So, this is a more detailed and more corporate definition of project management na hindi ko masyado iti-detail kasi baka mabore kayo. So again, I want this as formal as possible. First, we have project. So yung project is temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product and service or result. So ngayon, yung temporary, ang keyword natin is temporary, meaning end-to-end. Ayun lang yung main differentiation niya kasi marami tayong ginagawang product, may ginagawa tayong service, may mga result. Pero kapag wala tayong timeline, or end-to-end process, hindi siya project. Pwede siya maging maintenance, pero hindi siya project. Kapag hindi define kung saan mo yung completion date mo or target completion date mo, hindi siya project. Okay. Second is yung program. Related project siya na coordinated in a way. For example, isang project, kunyari charity na may deadline. Sa March, mag-project tayo. Kaso ang dami. So, yung isa may release sa Cagayan, isa meron sa Rizal, isa meron sa Manila. So, pag pinagsama-sama mo yan, pwede maging program yon. Or pwede maging charity na yung isa ibibigay damit, yung iba kotse, yung iba lotion. Ayan. So, ayun. Pwede sa program na coordinated way. Sa portfolio naman, collection of programs, projects, and other work. So, high level, siya yung family. Pero, yung portfolio ay magagawa siya kapag ginawa siya for strategic purposes. For example, lahat to technical. Ay yung portfolio mo. Meron namang iba na dahil sa marketing siya. O kaya ito, revenue generating. O kaya ito, pampabawas lang ng time and motion. Ganyan. So, may certain strategy para mapunta ka doon sa isang portfolio. Dapat iisa kayo ng goal doon. Okay? My next slide will be project management process. So, kada isang project, dadaan siya sa phases na to. So, para ito yung phases natin, o yung checkpoints natin, milestones. So, 5 yan. First is initiating. Gagawin mo na yung project. So, mag-gather muna tayo. Kunyari, Christmas party. Ayan yung project natin. Yung initiating is, i-identify natin na, sige, mag-Christmas party tayo. Anong objective natin? To celebrate Christmas. ano yung requirements natin doon? Baka kailangan natin ng committee, baka kailangan natin ng budget, kailangan natin ng room, kailangan natin ng ganyan. Yun. So kapag pinitch nyo na kay Ma'am Lucian, mag-Christmas party tayo, kailangan natin ng ganyan, kailangan natin ng ganyan, kailangan natin ng ganyan. Ay, initiating. Nag-i-initiate tayo ng idea. Second is planning. So planning is, mag-a-assign na tayo ng team. Kukuha na tayo ng budget. Ayusin natin yung mismong ipaplano natin kung ano yung location, kung saang room, kung ano yung music. May committee ba tayo? May food committee, may technical, merong sa pub mats, what do you call that? Yung mga marketing, ganyan. So, ayun yung planning. Actually, ang pinaka-importante sa project management, I believe, is yung planning. Kahit mag-plan tayo ng sobrang tagal, basta kapag nag-execute tayo, okay na lahat. So, ang project actually is simple lang siya. Nagkakaproblema lang tayo sa execution. Kapag may change request or may ibang nabago, may nabago pala na hindi na plano. May issue pala na hindi natin na-foresee. Ganyan. Pero project management talagang normal siya. Ito lang. Yan lang siya with all the documents. Documents to the bone talaga kami. Lahat ng decision making kailangan naka-document. Bawal yung hearsay, bawal yung sabi lang, bawal yung napag-usapan lang po namin. Dapat black and white written siya. So, ayun yung natutunan ko actually sa project management na hindi ko nakita, na hindi ko rin nagawa nung sa business and even sa IE. Dapat documented lahat kasi that document is parang kontrata na din halos. Basta lahat kailangan nakasulat and then nakapirma sila. And also, ayan, so executing, ito na yung party mismo. So, kapag sa party, walang yelo, walang tugtog, nagkulang tayo sa planning. So, dapat, yung PM, parang event organizer si PM dito. So, hindi naayos ni PM yun. So, siya din gagawa ng paraan. Kung naayos natin sa planning, okay na sana. Ayan siya. Pero meron tayong mga unforeseen events din na kunyari, lumindol, nawala ng kuryente. Ayun naman, mga risks naman yun. Pero dapat na-foresee din actually siya ni PM. Tapos meron tayong backup plan kung anong gagawin doon. Monitoring and controlling, ito pinakamahabang process pero imo-monitor and controlling. After mo mag-plan sa gitna, sa una ng project and then closing, medyo chill ka na dun sa gitna, sa execution. Kasi status report na lang yan, i-check mo na lang, tapos na ba yan? 1 out of 10, ilan na yun natapos natin? May issues ba? May problem ba? Kung naging maayos kayo sa planning, wala ka masyadong problema doon. Pero monitoring and controlling, kailangan talaga. Weekly siya. Actually, may mga daily stand-up pa nga if malaki yung project mo. Fifth is closing. Validate project objectives. So, babalikan mo yung nasa initiating nyo na objective. Na-celebrate ba yung Christmas? Naging masaya ba lahat? Naging magandang year-ender ba siya? Ayun. And then, handover. Actually, yung handover, hindi siya applicable sa Christmas party. Pero yung handover is para sa support. Kunyari, may project kasi tayo sa technical. I-hand over mo yung technical details para sa support, sa maintenance, sa sustainability, sa internal IT nyo. Ayun, ganun siya. Again, 5 main lang yan. And then, dyan lang paikot-pikot every projects. Masasanay kayo, pero ang challenge and exciting part talaga sa project management is yung mahahawakan mong project. So, may malaki, may mahirap, may maliit, pero ang hirap kausap ng mga stakeholders or yung mga end users natin. So, exciting talaga siya. Ang dami matutunan. No project is the same talaga. Ayan. So, knowledge areas. As a PM, as an IE, so again, I'll dial it down since first year po tayo. We have here 4, yung lime green. So, yung lime green, yung lime green, ito yung main talaga natin na minamanage. Yung scope, time, cost, quality. Ayan. Siguro, mas ma-realize nyo ito sa mga natin, sa mga major subjects natin. But for now, high level lang talaga tayo. Ito yung mga, tapos yung mga forest green, ito yung mga, to check lang, to monitor lang. Stakeholder resources, communication risk, procurement. Yung integration, sabay-sabay dapat na-check mo siya. it sounds a lot, pero it's not. Kasi dikit-dikit naman siya. Stakeholder management is ito yung mga end users mo. So kapag pagkausap mo na siya, communications management na siya. So pag kinausap mo about sa risk management na siya. Sorry, medyo maingay sa likod ko. Kasama ko ngayon yung mga IE din ng Adamson. So, ayan. Andun siguro sila later for Q&A if ever you have any questions to them. Next slide ako, project management roles. Ayan. So, I have here product, project, customer experience. Mag-base lang po tayo sa project management. Actually, this slide is taken from Engineer Jimenez or Zhao's presentation. So, sa project management, kung gusto niyo mag-project management, i-discuss ko later kung why you should try a career in project management. But I think that's a long shot pa. But yeah, project manager, scrum master, business analyst, PMO analyst, rollout expert, cost and benefit analysis. There are lots of opportunities for IEs. Pipili ka na lang ng field. And if ever hindi mo magustuhan yung field mo, okay lang naman. Sige, try ka sa iba. Kasi kami ngayon, we are actually 6 yata kami in the group. I have my IE friends until now. So talagang lifetime friends na sila. Lifetime family na din sila. 2 are in manufacturing, 2 in supply chain, 2 in IT and project managers. So iba-iba kami. Pero buti na lang dalawa-dalawa. So may pag-uusapan. And may ka-brainstorming. Pero don't be scared to shift roles. Kasi ngayon, ayun yung nagiging dilemma ng ibang batchmates namin. But for me, guys, explore ngayon pa lang yung mga subjects kung ano talaga yung gugustuhin nyo. Kasi minsan, kahit gusto mo sa IT or project management, pero ang magaling ka naman pala sa manufacturing, ang galing mo palang makikita ng risk, ng issues, baka naman itry mo na din na mag-manufacturing ka na. Kapag sa supply chain naman, you should actually try, mamaya i-discuss siguro ni Meray Ikigai, if you're familiar with that. Hanapin natin kung saan tayo magaling, saan tayo sasayain, saan tayo, sa tingin natin magsistay tayo. Para hindi tayo paiba-iba. Kasi medyo dilemma ang first job. Since parang you're going to job sa first offer na makukuha mo to gain confidence. But please do not. But again, that's far too long, I think. Okay, IESPM. So, come back. IESPM, ayan. So, ito yung list actually ng roles as PM. Let's pause for a while. Can we have a game po? Saglit lang. Icebreaker lang po.
Sure po.
Okay, sige. Paunahan lang magbukas ng camera. Isa lang winner. Going once, going twice. Okay, walang nakaabang. Okay, I have Joshua Oliva. Thank you. Okay. Please chat me your Gcash, Joshua. Thank you. Parang di ka rin ready Okay. So, ito po yung roles natin as PM. So, listed siya. Magkakaibang kulay. Ayan nga sa initiating, sa planning. So, paulit-ulit siya. Again, ang excitement dito ay yung laki ng project and then kung gaano kadali or kahirap kausap yung mga stakeholders mo. Yung stakeholders, PM project management term siya na sila yung gagamit nung project mo. Okay, so bakit you should consider the IE as a career? Kasi po, I have a Venn diagram here, IE and PM. Actually, I have employers na prefer talaga ang IE. Although nasa tech side na kami hindi namin alam yung technical. So always mahabol kasi ang technical. Dapat maging adaptive tayo. Sige, kung PM, sige, pasok tayo. We have the skills, personality, and character for a PM. Pero yung technical skills kasi wala tayo Hindi naman natin alam yung mga server, yung mga firewall. At least ako, anong una, hindi ko alam talaga. Kailangan mo siyang aralin. And kahit anong industry ng pag-PM, kailangan mong aralin talaga yung technicalities nila. Pero mas natural tayo maging PM because of this reason. So first is data-driven. Yung actual and forecast natin na matutunan nyo next years, magagamit natin siya. Kasi yung decision making natin, kailangan natin maback ng data. Time management, magiging bihasa tayo dito because of the time and motion study. Malalaman natin kung mas madali ba kapag isa yung gumawa or dalawa, pero mas matagal yung time. So, ganun. Makakatulong sa atin ito. Please take your curriculum seriously kasi makakatulong siya in life again and in project management. Maganda talaga yung curriculum natin. So, have fun with it na lang. Huwag na lang nating isipin na nag-aaral tayo just to pass. Third is problem solving. Again, kasi back tayo ng data. Risk management because back pa rin ng data, budget management, reporting skills. Please, mag-volunteer po tayo for reporting because this will help a lot as a project manager and actually sa ibang sa ibang career naman din. But for me, I've always present and my presentations are always okay because I can put the data and the information in a simple diagram, in a simple symbol. Ganun ang gusto talaga ng lahat naman ay yun ang gusto natin, di ba? Imbes ang dami-dami natin gustong malaman. Kailangan mo lang pala maglagay ng dalawang bilog. Kailangan mo lang pala maglagay ng graph para mas maintindihan. So let's avoid putting so much details. Kailangan lang natin ng details. Siguro i-document na siya in sa paper kapag kailangan ng talagang meticulously detailed process sa paper siya. Pero sa presentation, please do not. And mag-volunteer tayo reporting skills. Alam ko meron sa groupings, laging isa lang ang representative ng reporting. Pero magsalitan tayo para kapag sa employment, sa interviews, hindi na tayo nangangapa, hindi na bago, wala nang kabang feeling. So talagang sabak lang na sabak hanggang masanay ka na hanggat, for example, mapatawag ka and you're going to host one party, hindi ka nakakabahan. Siyempre, there's always a first time. Pero get yourself out, take risks para ready tayo lagi. Maganda ang reporting skills kasi handy skills siya. And there's more than reporting skills kasi. It's the way you negotiate, communicate, and present, and make the presentation. It's not just reporting the data. Dapat talagang yung audience mo, pagkakita pa lang, alam na magde-decide. O sige, kailangan ko mag-decide. O sige, ano yung kailangan mo sa akin? Set expectations. Always set expectations. For example, ako, yung slide ko is onte because I've said earlier that this presentation is made this morning lang, ganyan. Para hindi lost yung mga nakikinig sa atin. That's for PMs. And I think we should, for others, hindi siya magandang advice because that will show weakness daw. So, case-to-case basis, but sa project managers kasi, and sa project management, we don't want surprises. Kailangan yung problema palapit pa lang, alam ko na ng lahat. Hindi yung anlapit na ito na, tsaka mo lang sabihin. So, dapat set expectations na may papalapit po tayong problema para makita ng lahat and baka naman kasi may input sila or makatulong. So, bring a project manager actually is orchestrator siya. Ang mga project manager, wala pong parang IESA na general, dapat alam natin lahat. Pero not to the depth na talagang detailed na. Kasi we have engineers for that. We have other technical people. May team members tayo. Kasi sila yung expert doon. Tayo yung nasa taas. Titingnan natin lahat ng ginagawa nila. Kung tama ba yan, mukha bang magkakamali yan next time? Sige, gawin mo yan, pero kulang tayo sa budget eh. Baka may iba ka pang pwedeng gawin, baka pwede mong bilisan yan. Ganyan. So, ganyan tayo sa project manager. And also, project management is 80% communication. People skills is very, 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 very important to project manager. Sige, merong presentation skills ka, meron kang leadership, lahat. Pero yung communication, kung paano mo sasabihin sa end users mo, stakeholders mo, na may problema tayong malaki that will cost us millions. paano mo sasabihin yan? So ngayon, sasabihin mo yon sa data. Kasi nga po, may nakita tayo issues before na dapat sinabi mo na malapit, na nangyari na. So dapat walang surprise, dapat nabanggit na siya before, and also, hindi ka makikipag-argue. Dapat papakinggan mo lahat. Ayan yung communication and people skills. Yung sagot natin sa stakeholders, nakadepende rin actually sa personality or character ng tao. Merong mga stakeholders na ang sungit, so dapat direct to the point. Ano yung mali? Bakit nagkamali? Magkano? Merong mga stakeholders na gustong alamin talaga yung cause and gustong tumulong. So doon ka mag-explain. Meron naman na laging naghahanap ng papers. Asa nakasulat dyan? Bakit? Kasalanan ko ba? Meron naman mga hindi tumatanggap ng responsibility. So pag hindi tumatanggap ng responsibility, ayun yung talagang dapat i-document. So pumayag po kayo ng ganito, please sign. Please approve na okay po sa inyo. So ngayon pa lang, intindihin na natin or makipag-usap na tayo sa maraming tao. I-expose natin yung sarili sa different people because sometimes mas prefer ng kahit sino sa projects na mas madali ka kausap pero yung isa ang galing-galing pero hindi maayos kausap. So you would always prefer yung madaling kausap and naiintindihan ka and okay kayo, harmonious yung relationship nyo. Kaysa dito na ang galing-galing pero pag-kausap mo naman pa lang, hindi mo matouch, ang gulo kausap, ang tagal-tagal sumagot. Ganyan. So, let us choose, syempre, the better side na madali tayong kausap, plus magaling pa. So, i-hone po natin, pagalingin natin yung people skills natin and communication skills natin para intindihin natin yung tao. Kapag may nagkamali, hanapin agad yung root cause. Bakit nagkamali? Pwede next time. Kasi huwag tayo agad magalit. And sa project manager to meron naman mga project manager with gravitas. So parang yung conviction niya, yung dating niya, pagdating pa lang nakakatakot na and parang kailangan mo mag-straight English, kailangan mo mag-ayos, biglang kailangan mo mag-coat and tie because nandyan yung for of his presence. So I find it very hard to approach, yung other team members ko, nahihirapan silang i-approach and we don't want that. Gusto natin yung ma-approach tayo, parating pa lang issues, hindi natin tinatanong, sinasabi na nila. So ganun, kasi kapag masyadong madami yung gravitas or malakas yung gravitas mo, hindi siya magiging effective communicator and negotiator. Ayan. So, ayun nga. So, I think IE and PM is very, very much compatible. And also, the CEO of Globe is Ernest Koo. IE din siya ng Lasal. So, I think we're good in project manager and sa business din, entrepreneurship. So, please try both. It's fun. Okay. So, next, this is a very, very, very popular meme sa project managers. Number 1, how the customer explained it. So, gusto daw nila tatlong swing. Number 2, how the project leader understood it. So, ito si client, sabi, kailangan namin tatlo. So, i-communicate mo siya. Ang naintindihan ng leader, isa lang. How analysts design it. May na-miss na information, so lumutang na siya. Tapos, naging dito na, ang tawag dito, may ibang stand na siya. So, that's miscommunication. Also, kailangan din natin you can really apply this sa groups in your relationship, in your families. Kailangan natin mag-usap clearly. Kasi, for example, ito, customer to project leader. Si project leader, hindi naman siya yung mag-aayos ng project or magli-lead ng project, si PM. So, ibig sabihin, si project leader, sasabihin pa kay business analyst yan, sasabihin pa kay programmer, sasabihin kay business consultant. Pero lahat ng napag-usapan na to, si PM ang mag-oversee. So how would we know na iba-iba pala to? Kailangan natin mag-isang meeting sa kanilang lahat. Isang meeting sa kanilang lahat, document, recording, simplify, lahat nagkakaintindihan. Para isang picture alam natin, may one source of truth tayo. Dapat aligned, aligned talaga dapat lahat para hindi nagkakagulatan. And yung expectations, pare-parehas. How programmer wrote it, kasi lagi sila nagkakamali, lagi nagda-down. Beta tester received, yung beta tester natin is yung mga alpha tester kasi is yung internal team mismo, yung mga nag-code mismo, beta is outside. So, pinatest nila sa iba. So, ganyan, di na siya maksakay. How business consultant describe it. This is funny because ang mga business consultant is extravagant talaga mag-explain kasi sales sila. So, ayan, sasabihin nila, maganda to, ganyan-ganyan, may sofa, malambot, ganyan-ganyan. Pero itong set, hindi naman yung pinag-usapan. So, talaga nag-exaggerate sila for sales. How the project was documented. So, wala, kasi nga, ito yung kadalasan nangyayari sa mga PMs. Kasi, nakakalimutan, kasi ang dami nating communication nung nangyayari eh. So, ngayon, ang kailangan na PM, kada minutes, kada discussion, i-email yon. This was discussed. So, as discussed, as mentioned, as ganyan, naka-email, naka-document. Again, it sounds exhausting, but it's not. Kapag nakasanayan mo, okay naman. Parang nagte-text ka lang. Actually, parang nagte-text ka lang, nagkukwento ka lang. Kunyari, kakatapos lang natin mag-meeting, ite-text mo lang, tapos na po kami mag-meeting, ito yung napag-usapan, yun lang. So, masasanay ka, it's not that exhausting. Number 8, how operations installed. So, nawala na yung operations. How customer was billed. So, if pupunta kayo sa project management and sa sales siguro, magulo, madaming terms of payment and kontrata. Number 10, how it was supported. Nagkakaturuan po kasi kapag sa support or end na ng project. Ayan. Kasi ang project manager ay pumapasok sa planning, natatapos sa closing. Tapos, yung ano natin, yung support, wala na po tayong alam doon. Kasi iba na siya, ibang team na. So, talagang maganda yung project manager kasi yun lang, end-to-end ka lang. Tapos mo deploy yung project, yun na. Hands off ka na. 11, what marketing advertise? So, I swing, always I something. 12, what the customer really needed. Ayan. So, ito na pala kailangan nila. Kailangan nila mauupuan. Pero mali yung pagkaka-describe nila kasi very hopeful sila. So, miscom plus POV or iba-ibang perspective. Yan. This is a very, very, very popular meme. Okay, next will be, malapit na ako actually matapos, sa steps. So, sana nabigyan ko kayo ng high level kung ano yung project management. Recall ko lang saglit ulit. Ayan. So, ang project manager, ayan, we have 5 process lang ulit. Initiating, planning. Sa planning, pumapasok ang PM. Initiating kasi, pwedeng hindi kasama yung PM dito. Pwedeng kung sino yung magpapagawa ng project. Ganyan. Hindi naman necessary na kasama dito. Planning, executing, monitoring, closing. So, parang ka lang talagang nag-organize ng event, nag-organize ng lakad, nag-organize ng akyat ng bundok. Ganyan. So, kaya siya. Depende na lang yung hirap na lang complexity kung gaano kalaki yung project. Pero if magaling na kayo tao, kaya naman. Okay siyang path for an IE and medyo ngayon, okay yung load ko and okay yung pay. So, please consider it. 4 tips, know thyself. This is from Socrates. An unexamined life is not worth living. So I choose this because I'm a mantra kind of person. Meron akong mantra for my whole life. It's be a blessing and add value. Ang annual mantra ko kasi talagang yung year na yun, in-exhaust ko lahat ng resources ko. Pumunta ako sa parang nilagay ko yung posisyon ko sa pinakaalangan ng mga lugar para makita if that will make or break me. Diba, minsan hindi mo pala kaya, minsan kaya mo pala. So, lahat ng alanganin na pinuntahan ko, na tinry ko, kinaya ko naman pala. So, From there, magkakaroon ka ng basis. Malalaman mo yung capability mo, yung ability mo. So, know yourself siguro. Try mo mag-swimming, masaya ka ba? Magaling ka ba? Try mo mag-coding, masaya ka ba? Magaling ka ba? Yan yung mga question. Parang nakikita mo bang gagawin mo to in the long term? Kasi you can actually make risks right now. Since bata pa, wala pang masyadong nakaasa sa atin. And we can always correct mistakes naman. So at least na-try na natin ngayon. Kesa kapag matanda ka na ito try mo, medyo mas risky na pag ganyan eh. With cost na, with family, mas mahirap siya. So ngayon, please take risks. Calculated risk. All the keyword is calculated. Huwag naman po yung hindi talaga pinag-isipan. Opo, okay. So, I choose that tagline ulit, an unexamined life is not worth living. Kasi maririnig niyo sa ito, lagi tayong nagme-measure. Gusto natin ng data. Gusto natin ng improvement. So, lagi sinasabi din sa amin before, you cannot improve what you cannot measure. You cannot improve what you cannot measure. Gusto mong bumilis tumakbo, pero hindi mo naman alam yung standard mo ngayon. Gusto mo tumangkad, pero anong height mo? Gusto mo lumakas yung boses mo, pero ilang decibels ka ba ngayon? So, talagang measure tayo. You cannot improve what you cannot measure. So, please self-assess. Self-assess, know thyself, para kapag magsasayaw, sige, kaya ko naman magsayaw dati, kaya ko ngayon. So, hindi yung laging tansya tayo, or hindi, para prepared tayo sa mga nangyayari sa life natin. Yan. This is really a good mantra. Actually, I'm going to reuse this mantra next year, know thyself, because syempre nag-iba na yung sarili ko. I think 8 years ago. Ayan. So kahit ito lang, actually mapulot niya today. Maganda siya.
Mami.
And also, okay, I want to share this with you because nakatulong din sa akin. Ito yung mga tips or yung mga quotes na na-internalize ko or na-absorb ko talaga. You'll be hearing a lot of motivational quotes, motivational lines from people, from speakers, from webinars like this, from the books you read, from the TV, from the movies. But meron mga certain lines talaga na tatatak sa inyo. And ito yung mga tumatak sa akin. From work, you need people skills more than anything else. Sa akin, sa work ko, sa project management, people skills talaga. Kasi madaling kausap, parang okay magsabi ng problema, solusyonan yung dalawa. In a relationship, communication din, understanding. So, syempre may kasama yung communication. Communication plus understanding. Syempre, kung salta ka lang salta, pero hindi ka naman pala agree, wala ka naman empathy, sympathy, talagang wala masyadong papakinggan, parang listener ka lang. Ganyan. People skills, makidamay po tayo. Let's understand people. Let's just not be mad. Ang tagal-tagal ko na yatang hindi naggalit. Pero kasi, if you realize that being bad is not natural, or people are not naturally bad, malalaman mo na
Di ko pala siya
malalasan yung
na-record.
galit mo. Kasi yung ibang tao nagagalit, kasi may trauma yan, kasi may pinagdaanan yan. Again, root cause analysis. So let's not be hard to each other. Let's understand each other. Okay, number 2 is push beyond your limits. Again, my overall mantra is add value. Add value, be valuable. Magdagdag ka ng value kahit saan, basta makatulong ka. Push beyond your limits. Hindi yung, ito lang yung sinabi sa akin na gagawin ko, ito lang yung gagawin ko. Please help others. Please help. So, that makes the world go round, more peaceful, more easy to live. Number 3 is deliver form and substance. Ito maganda to in everything, in general in life. Deliver form and substance. Meaning, form, kung ano yung nakikita, aesthetics. Dapat maganda, presentation dapat maganda, dapat simple, aesthetically pleasing. Substance is content. Dapat may laman. So hindi okay na maganda ka lang, dapat matalino ka. Hindi okay na yung presentation mo, ang ganda lang, pero wala naman. Hindi okay na pure content, pero hindi man mabasa, hindi naman siya maayos tignan, ang daming details masyado. So that's 2 words, that's 3 kasi may end. So madali siyang tandaan, form and substance. Actually, nakapost to sa akin somewhere. Maganda kasi siyang tandaan, form and substance. In everything you do and everything I am, I must be in form and substance.
Ba't ganun?
Aesthetics and context.
Late masyado yung sa YouTube.
From Adamson University, ang maganda-maganda po nilang sinabi. Lagi silang maraming sinishare na ganito, but ito yung nag-stuck talaga sa akin. Number 1 is from Miss Quevedo. Be valuable, make yourself useful. Bawal ka nakatayo lang dyan. Hinire ka para dyan. Kahit sa classroom, kapag may event, ba't ka nakatayo dyan? Or
I-request mo lang.
make yourself valuable. Ang dami pwedeng gawin, ang dami pwedeng tumulong, ang dami pwedeng gawin. Ba't ka nakatayo lang? Basta be part of the team. Always help. Para sa, not that para tulungan ka din ng iba, pero it's just good to help. Parang gawin na nating normal sa atin na tumulong. Number 2 is from Mr. Quevedo. It's there is always a better ethical way. In IE, tagline natin, there's always a better way kasi nga nag-optimize tayo. Pero yung keyword na ethical makes a big difference. Sa decision making natin, merong better decision, pero ethical ba siya? Pero tama ba siya? Pero legal ba siya? So magandang lagi na nasa side tayo ng better and ethical way. Ayan. So there is always a better ethical way. Mr. Quevedo, 2016. And Miss Sore, IE is a way of life. So lahat na natutunan natin, ito yung una kong nag-stuck talaga sa akin, IE is a way of life. Optimization, decision making, kahit sa budgeting, kahit sa groceries, sa career path, yung risk assessment natin, andyan lahat. So IE is a way of life. So please embrace, enjoy it, enjoy the process. Okay, my next slide will be surround yourself with amazing IE people. I did. So these are the other Adamson University Industrial Engineers. So hanggang ngayon, magkakasama pa rin kami. Sila pa rin yung ka-brainstorming namin. In life decisions, kami pa rin magkakasama. Kami pa rin yung mga nag-a-assess. Kasi maayos niyang kausap. As in, nag-a-assess kami ng per category. Ano yung gastos dyan? Ano yung risk dyan? So helpful. Amazing IE people. We'll be friends for life. Actually, that's the end of my slide. Thank you so much and stay safe, classmates. Do you have any questions? I have room for, I think, 5 questions. Also, Joshua, can you send me the, siguro kay Colleen na lang. Colleen, can you gather the GCash number of the 5 people na magtatanong plus si Joshua kanina?
Okay po.
Okay, thank you. Okay, classmates, do you have any questions regarding the presentation o siguro kahit ano, project management sa mga IEs, experience sa IEs, first year, curriculum, anything? You can type it if you are shy. Okay. Guys, I have fries, so ask away. Random. Favorite color ko. Favorite. Wait lang, I'll ask Zao to prepare na din. Zao, walang sapak. Ayan. Sorry. Questions, guys. Take it from the industrial engineers that have been there, done that. Don't be shy, class. Yes, any random questions? Sana po may motivate din ako na mag-try ng project management. Masaya po siya kung okay kayo sa tao, presentation, hindi naman siya nakakatakot talaga. Nag-enjoy po ba kayo habang nag-aaral? Dear, yes, Luis, yes, sobra. But don't get me wrong or something. We're not the top, ha? Talagang hindi kami yung honorary, yung honors, hindi kami cum laudes kasi nag-org kami. So, masaya yung org. I'm not discouraging you to org, pero syempre aral din tayo. Pasado naman, yes, masaya. Masaya kasi hanggang ngayon, sila yung kasama ko. Diba? I mean, nung college pa lang, sila yung kasama ko. It's something else na beyond college na hindi na kami required magkasama-sama, nagsama-sama pa rin kami. And also, yung curriculum namin hanggang ngayon, inaaral pa rin namin, binabalik-balikan namin kasi kailangan siya somehow sa work. Time and motion, actually, kasama-sama manufacturing yan. Yung mga cost analysis na maaaral nyo next time, inaaral namin ulit Kaya yung mga books ko na ay nasa akin pa rin kasi nire-review namin. Very helpful. And also, the faculty is amazing. Sobra. Nung kami, yung time namin, Miss Lasian, Miss Sore, ang dami, sobrang lahat ng issues or problems, ang daling sabihin sa kanila. Sila yung approachable, pero kapag nagdesisyon, strict. Hindi mo maka-question. Si Ma'am Mides, grabe, bago mag-quiz yan, magpapalabas ng 1/4 paper, tapos kami, ma'am, wag na muna, ganyan-ganyan. Hindi siya hindi siya natitinag. Magkukus talaga siya. Nasabi siya, okay, number 1, ganyan. So, hindi na, ganun sila na approachable, pero may decisive. Na tama naman. Na talagang perfect for IE and leaders. Kasi there's a line between friends and lead or head or superior mo. So, na-define nila yon. Na-define nila sa amin yun na yes, pwedeng kausapin, pwedeng kumain sa labas, pwede lahat ng celebration kasama sila, pwede mag-vacation with them. Pero kapag kailangan na ng seryoso or kailangan na mag-comply, mag-comply talaga. Thank you, Luis. Sana mag-enjoy din kayo ngayon. I know mahirap ngayong face-to-face, pero let's make the best out of it siguro, kahit online. From France, paano niyo po na-handle first job niyo as a PM? Okay, actually, ang PM is not, mahirap siyang i-first job. Kasi before ka mag-PM, kailangan mo maging team member muna. Kailangan mo maging business analyst, kailangan mo mag-change management, maging business readiness. Ako kasi, dumiretso ako ng PM. I'll go back to the slides ha. Ito. So, kailangan mo mag-business analyst, business readiness, change management. Ayan. Si Himera, si engineer daw, nagganto muna siya before siya mag-project manager. Ako, nag-project manager ako kasi actually, it's malaki yung tiwala sa akin nung supervisor ko before. Nagaling siya sa akin sa interview. And then, nagtiwala siya na magaling ako because of the business I've handled. So, nagdiretso agad. Are you listening, guys? Tapos, ayun. So, nagtiwala sila. Pero, for me, hindi siya talaga good step mag-PM agad. No, step down muna tayo. Para hindi siya nakakabigla. Know the details muna, the legwork before ka mag-PM. Baka macho kapag nag-PM ka kaagad. And I think wala silang hinahire na diretso PM. Talagang kailangan malaman yun nasa baba. Or yung mga legworks. Thank you, friends. From Luis. Luis ulit. Ginagamit niyo po ba calculus? Oh my gosh. Calculus everyday work. Dear, tanong namin din yan. And tanong na rin yan ng maraming generations. Pero no, hindi siya ginagamit. Pero kailangan siya kailangan siya sa pag-step natin. Kailangan natin siya malaman. Ang na-realize ko dito, dun sa mga, kasi medyo madami. So may mga courses tayo na hindi naman natin nagagamit sa work. Pero yung discipline natin na mag-aral, na mag-comply, na intindihin yung certain lessons na to, ayun yung nag-prepare sa atin. Yung mind natin na mag-memorize, yung mind natin na mag-aral, ayun yung kailangan. Not necessarily mean na lahat na magagamit. Sobrang exhausting kung gagamitin natin lahat ng pinag-aralan natin sa work. So, good thing naman din sa atin yun na hindi natin siya ginagamit. Pero, yeah, wag tayo magreklamo sa mga pag-iisip na ginagawa natin or pag-aaral kasi makakatulong siya. Actually, kami nagre-reklamo din dati. Hindi mo namin kailangan yan, ganyan-ganyan. Pero yung pag-aaral pala, hindi yung willingness na mag-comply and magkaroon ng creative thinking and talagang magkaroon ng habit na ginagawa natin na nag-aaral tayo and yung learning, ayun yung kailangan natin. So, yung behavior and character ang kailangan natin. Sana nasagot ko po iyon. Nakailan na ako, dear? 1, 2, 3, no? 4. Mahirap po ba mag-handle ng mga tao sa project management ko? From Mark, yes. Yes, mahirap. Pero again, kung alam mo kung paano mag-handle actually, depende pala. May team na wala lang talaga. As in, parang tropa, friends, normal lang. Makapag-brainstorming kayo na maayos. Again, iba-ibang tao siya talaga. Depende sa stakeholders mo. Actually, minsan depende sa budget. Kahit gaano kababait yung tao, pag yung budget nyo wala, parang magagalit pa rin talaga sila. So, depende. Ang daming factors to consider. Kaya ngayon talagang in-encourage ko kayo to communicate and to know people and how to influence them, how to negotiate with them, and basahin sila kung paano ka makakapag-reply sa kanila. Makakapag-communicate na maayos in a sense na nakikita nilang understand ka nila and hindi mo sila china-challenge. So, depende. Iba-iba. Pero yes, ang pinakamahirap mag-handle ng tao kasi 80% communication nga ang project management. So, tao ang kalaban talaga. Nagpahinga po ba kayo after graduation? Nag-CIE ako after. Nag-exam ako agad. I think no, kasi nag-business ako. Actually, CIE, saka last year ko sa Adamson, nagbe-business na ako. So, mukhang hindi naman nagpahinga. But, okay lang sa akin. Kasi ayun yung, ayun yung consideration natin dun there. Kapag masaya tayo, parang kahit pagod ka, okay lang. So, kapag pahinga ka, pero parang burnout ka naman, parang wala din. So, let's be happy na lang siguro sa mga ginagawa natin. Kung nakapagpahinga ka or not. We're lucky kung may free time tayo, nakapagpahinga tayo, yes. Pero kung may ginagawa tayo, let's be grateful din. Kasi may ginagawa tayo. Kasi yung other people, talagang boredom, talagang nalulungkot na wala silang ginagawa. Nag-exam po ba kayo after you graduate? Yes po, CIE. And nakita niyo yung mga certifications ko. Hanggang ngayon, nag-exam ako kasi gusto kong mag-take ng exam. Kasi, di ba, inaaway nila tayo kasi wala tayo PRC. So, kaya ako take ng certifications. So, ayun yung competency level ko. Na, doon ko napapakita yung competency level by updating my certifications. Kasi sa IT, medyo mabilis siyang mag-upgrade. So, upgrade din tayo ng certifications. Anong paborito ng ulam? Okay, last question. Tocino, dear. Sobrang simple tayo. Ang dami natin nakakain na kung ano-ano, pero babalik tayo to tocino. Ang tamis-tamis niyan, sarap-sarap. Okay, so I think that's it. It's 10:30. Guys, I really hope that you've learned something kung wala man sa project management, sa IE. Sana natuwa kayo na yung IE is the path you've taken. Okay, so that's it, Colleen, Sir Bren. Thank you so much.
To show po our gratitude to Engineer Ariola, we have prepared and will award her with a certificate of appreciation.
I'll stop sharing.
This certificate of appreciation is proudly presented to Engineer Pauline Ariola for sharing her valuable knowledge as a guest speaker for the topic Industrial Engineer as a Project Manager on the 4th day of December, year 2021. Signed by Engineer Lourdes Lasian, the IE Chairperson, and Engineer Brandon Dunca, the IE Freshman Advisor. So may I request everyone to open their cameras for a photo opportunity.
Camera, yes, sir. Okay lang, sir. Ay, ang taray. Sana, sir, nakapag-lipstick naman ako. Hindi ko na. Minsan na.
Ganda pa rin naman kayo.
Thank you. Super refreshing that I'm seeing young people, young IEs. Medyo matatanda na yung mga kasama ko. So, ang refreshing. Hi guys, I hope you're really happy sa IE. Because we are, until now, we're really grateful na IE yung tinake namin.
Alright, so I'll start taking the picture in 3, 2, 1. Engineer Pauline, naalala niyo po ba ang IE pose?
Ito ba yun? Yes.
Ayan. So, classmates, let's do the IE pose and smile in 3, 2, 1. Ayan. So, thank you po so much for the knowledge you have shared.
Thank you. Again, pa-collect na lang ako, dear, ng mga GCash number nila. And also, you can always reach me through Facebook or LinkedIn or anything. Siguro kay Miss Lasian, madali naman ako makontak. If you have questions or kahit ano pa man yan, we're always supportive naman in the IE for Adamson University. Thank you.
Thank you rin po.
Thank you, thank you.
Alright, classmates. So, nabitin ba kayo dun sa ating topic? Well, don't worry because we have a lot more in store for you. So, our next speaker is also an IE graduate from Adamson University with diverse experience in enterprise supply chain automation and digital transformation initiatives via SAP solutions, cloud technology, and system integration. Let us welcome founder and owner of Project Alab PH and Just Add Water PH, Engineer Jao Himera, Associate ASEAN Engineer, Certified Industrial Engineer, and Certified Six Sigma Yellow Belter. Here to talk to us about IEs in the tech space. Good morning po, Engineer.
Hello, morning. May technical difficulties kami ni Pao dito, pero yeah, wait lang ha. Ayan, morning. Can you see me na?
Yes po.
Alright, sige. I'm gonna share my screen lang. So pag may narinig kayong background noise, it's my friends. So pretend that you're not hearing them na lang. So yeah, let's start. Thank you, Sir Bren and Ma'am Lourdes for inviting us. Because I was supposed to talk din to have a talk nung kailan ba? March or February. But hindi ako naka-attend because meron kaming lakad ng friends ko rin na kasama ko today. And now, nakasama ko uli sila, tuloy na siya. So bumawi na ako kay Ma'am Lasian. So today, gonna push through it na. So for today, we're just gonna talk about IEs in the tech space. No, we're gonna talk about an area or space in the industry that is somehow less traveled by the IEs. Well, before it was less traveled, pero later on, ma-realize nyo na ang dami na ring IEs sa space na to. I don't call it industry, I don't call it sector, hindi rin field. So later on, ma-realize nyo kung anong difference nun and bakit tech space yung tinawag natin dito. No? So this is basically a career overview of IEs in the tech space. No? So before ako mag-proceed sa content natin, so I'm just gonna introduce myself. So I am Jao Himera, you can call me Jao. So I'm a project manager, currently project manager and scrum master at GCash, or Mint Globe FinTech Innovations. That's a subsidiary of Globe Telecom, where I was previously employed. So I was a former project manager and change analyst din sa Globe. So initially, I was hired as a change analyst. And then later on, nag-evolve kasi yung projects. And then later on, naging change manager ako. At the same time, project manager. And then after that, just this, kailan ba? June? Yeah. Just this June, nag-transfer ako sa GCash, which is the subsidiary nga ng Globe. So I transferred there for some reason. So for growth na din. So I kind of mastered everything na inside Globe for 3.5 years after graduation. So Globe is my first company. Change analyst is my first job. And that was my first interview as well. So maswerte lang ako, but that was by accident. I never planned anything na project manager ako, ito yung path na gusto ko, project management yung gusto ko, or change management. So walang ganong plan initially. So later on, yun din yung magiging agenda natin to distinguish or to identify paano yung magiging path or portfolio nyo in the future. So I hope it will help you guys. So, well, I have an experience in digital transformation, systems migration, and enterprise automation projects. So synonymous naman tong tatlong to. It's just that when you deep dive dun sa kinds of projects that we handle, so iba-iba kasi siya. Merong classified lang as digital transformation, merong classified as migration of big systems, and we're talking about big systems here. And other than that, yung mga I can say na simple pero it's basically an enterprise automation project. So you automate the business processes from supply chain, HR, finance, what else? Yeah, so those are the three major facets inside a company. No? So yeah, so that's my introduction. So for today, we're just gonna discuss three major topics. So first, technology in a nutshell, what's happening inside or what's happening in that specific space, and bakit kailangan niya ng IE competencies. Other than that, meron din tayong career options. So I curated something for you guys. So previously, prepare ko na to actually dun sa talk ko rin for Batangas Society of Industrial Engineers. Kung tama yung BSIES, yeah, those guys. So initially telco yung scope ko, but this time kinurate ko siya for tech space in general. And then third, guide kung paano nyo malalaman kung ano yung or how will you prepare yourself para sa chosen field nyo or industry. So I'm gonna stop every chapter book pala. I'm gonna stop lang every content. So pag after ng one, I'm gonna check yung chat box natin for questions. So medyo marami lang tong info, guys. Medyo heads up, may info overload to. Now, unti lang, very slight lang. So i-type nyo agad yung questions nyo para hindi na mawala sa isip nyo agad. So I'm gonna stop after ng in a nutshell. Check yung chat box if meron questions. After 2, gonna check yung chat box, and then yung number 3. Okay. So first, tech space in a nutshell. So let's get to know yung technology drivers natin and ano yung somehow relevance niya sa IE and yung contributions natin. Okay, so I think you're familiar with the Industrial Revolution. I'd like to believe na familiar kayo dito because I actually first heard this when I was in IE orientation. So I believe si Ma'am Maida yung prof namin back then. So I was, FYI lang pala, I was a geology major before. And then before ako mag-second year, I shifted to industrial engineering just because I felt that mas bagay siya sa akin and mas nakikita ko yung sarili ko in the future studying the curriculum and later on being an IE in the future. So, ayun, that's why I shifted. So, yeah, pero sa first year naman kasi, similar lang naman yung subjects for all engineering students. So, ang nire-take ko lang was the orientation and then doon ko na naging prof si Ma'am Maida for IE orientation. So, yeah, Industry 1.0, mechanization, this was around late 1700s. So, this was the era of water and steam power. Industry 2.0, late 1800s then, electrification na. Ito na yung mass production natin. Dito na yung discovery ng electricity and nagkaroon na tayo ng faster movement of goods from the production to consumers. Industry 3.0, 1970s-ish, around that year or period. So dito na yung automation, electronics, robotics, and computers. So Industry 4.0, ito na yung mostly naabutan natin. This was around approximately 2000, so yung Y2K. So this is the digitalization era. Dito na pumasok yung Internet of Things, data analytics, connectivity natin, big data, what else? Cloud computing. So yun yung naging scope niya. Not until nangyari ang COVID, I'd like to think, naging major driver natin ang COVID. No? That's why initially I was supposed to put in the Industry 5.0 future/today. So medyo optional pa yan and debatable, but I'd like to believe na today Industry 5.0 is happening na. So before, when I was at your age, hindi naman nagkakalayo. When I was at your age, laging Industry 4.0 yung sinasabi namin sa amin ng speakers. So lagi namin naririnig yung big data analytics, Internet of Things. So before, talagang hindi namin alam itong mga to. Wala kaming idea, nalalaman na lang namin siya during the talk. Then later on, mas na-absorb namin siya kapag nasa industry ka na talaga or kapag nasa work ka na. No? So this time, I'd like to introduce yung Industry 5.0. So eto na yung era ng personalization. So hindi to yung na-personal. So personalization, mass customization of the products and services that we consume. So eto na rin yung mixed reality because nung Industry 4.0, meron tayong virtual reality and AR. So this time, magiging mixed reality na siya and the humans are gonna work together with the robots. So ganun siya. Ito yung cognitive systems na rin. No? So kabit-kabit na siya. But going, on my next slide, hindi talaga another revolution si 5.0. So ito yung mga ina-argue ng ibang scholars and authors, no? Hindi talaga siya another revolution. It's just one level up and connected or enhancements of the Industry 4.0. So if you can see here from Frost and Sullivan, so focus on connecting machines, yan yung naging focus for Industry 4.0. So sa 5.0, magiging focus na niya is customer experience. From mass customization, magiging hyper customization na tayo. Intelligent supply chain to responsive and distributed supply chain. Smart products to activated products. From manpower, distance from manufacturing or factories, no? Nung 4.0 kasi parang ang naging fear din ng people, factory workers, yung mawalan sila ng trabaho because that was generally the idea of automation, digitalization. But in 5.0, ang mangyayari na is mag-coexist ang manpower, ang natural manpower, and ang robots or technology. So yun na yung mangyayari. Since magkakaroon tayo ng mass customization, personalization, so kailangan natin mabigay yung products and services na tailor-fit or naaakma dun sa users natin individually or as a group. So ganun na yung 5.0. So this whole idea is European-led. So in Japan, they have this so-called Sector 5. No, not Sector, Society 5.0 rather. So merong Society 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, and 5.0. So yung 1.0 nila, yun yung hunting era natin. And then 2.0, yun yung agriculture. And then 3.0, industrialization. 4.0 yung informatics or information systems era. And then now, Society 5.0, ito na yung smart cities. So dito na papasok yung connection ng Industry 5.0 together with the Society 4.0 and the smart cities. No? So yung Society 5.0, it's a separate concept developed, not really developed, or initiated. Yan, yung tamang term, initiated by the Japanese. So mas highly hinged siya din sa United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So yun yung main goal niya, no? I-attach or hinge yung goals ng United Nations doon sa gusto mangyari sa Industry 5.0. So parang medyo hybrid si Society 5.0. In America, mas gusto nilang tawagin yung era na to as Internet of Things. Medyo generalized siya in that sense. Pero for now, ang mas commonly used is Industry 5.0 from Europe. So sa key drivers, as you can see here sa baba, sa lower left, I extracted this actually from a TED Talk that actually discussed about Industry 5.0. So ang sinabi niya doon is yung top 3 key drivers natin, no, for the Industry 5.0 are first, business as drivers of good initiatives. So kung makikita nyo lately, may mga organizations or companies na nagko-commit sa corporate social responsibilities nila. So ito yung pagtatanim nila sa forest, sustainable initiatives, better water treatment, something like that. No? and other equality initiatives. So yun, it's majority of the business that's pivoting in a state wherein good yung initiatives nila, no, and the betterment of the corporate social responsibilities. Actually, sa mga conglomerates and companies ngayon, believe it or not, kung meron tayong chief finance officer, kung meron tayong chief executive officer, if we have chief technology officer, we also have chief corporate social responsibility officer, no, CSR officer. So ganun siya sineseryoso ng mga kumpanya ngayon. So second one, actually related to lahat, yung organizations ngayon, they're acting upon dun sa UN Sustainable Development Goals nga, no? So what are these? Ito yung, I forgot, so I have a kodigo. Siyempre, hindi ko siya kabisado, right? So, yeah, so ito yung no poverty. Ito yung mga goals nila. You can Google it then in your phones. Ito yung no poverty, gender equality, yung climate action. Ito yung, I believe si Adamson din, right? Every time na may program sina AUSG and yung ibang orgs, PIIE or SP, di ba? Meron tayong nakakabit na UN SDG. So ito yun. That's what is happening right now. So I figured out then, based on my pagbabasa, na isa pala sa magiging drivers ng Industry 5.0 is actually women empowerment. Nakakagulat siya because ang sabi talaga ng UN, hindi natin ma-achieve yung 17 SDGs na yan if hindi natin i-achieve yung women empowerment. Actually, it's women, gender equality plus women and girls empowerment. So, napa-search ako noon, so napa-background check ako. Apparently, it's true. Diba? And right now, what is happening talaga sa technology space, there are a lot of women leaders. And personally, and with my guy friends then, preferred namin na ang boss namin are girls. For some reason, nagpa-function kami better and they have insights and some sort of motherly care na natural. So, kami, we prefer yung leaders namin or bosses namin as girls. Pero hindi naman namin sinasabi na hindi kami nakapag-function better if guy or men yung leaders namin. It's just that it's better if we have balance, di ba? Kung balance lahat ng roles, di ba? Sa sa industry. So this is actually related to IEs, di ba? Parang, well, back in our time, lamang yung population ng girls kaysa sa guys, di ba? So related to dito, if technology path man yung magiging path nyo in the future or yung i-build yung portfolio, you're gonna see a lot of guys. And don't let that, parang pull you backwards para hindi i-achieve yung gusto nyo mangyari sa technology space. So, yeah. So, that's it. Next slide. This is basically just the excerpt from the European Commission. So they're just saying here na yung Industry 5.0, they're actually campaigning for a human-centric revolution, resilient, and sustainable. Kaya connected yung UN SDG sa Industry 5.0 and sa Society 5.0 na concept from Japan. Alright? Fang, I don't know if narinig niya na siya before, but I believe you are familiar with this company. So Faang apparently are the big tech companies around the world. So this is under the assumption or premise of market performance, no? So yung stock performance, yung kung gaano sila ka-innovative, how the consumers perceive them. So first we have Facebook or Meta, and then we have Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. I'm not gonna deep dive, pero we all know naman what happened to Facebook. They rebranded to Meta. So, ang isa sa mga suspicions kung ba't nag-rebrand, basically, para somehow ma-shift yung attention from the lawsuits that they're facing right now. So, aside from that, kailangan na talaga mag-innovate ng Facebook. So, very innovative talaga sila, di ba? Kaya sila nasa top 5. Actually, big 4 lang sila except Netflix. Pero, for Faang, they consider Netflix then. Anyway, going back to Meta. The Gen Zs, you guys, the Gen Zs are actually now leaning towards Snapchat and TikTok. And lessen na yung times nila or yung utilization nila in terms of Facebook and even Instagram. So yun may problems sila sa demographics right now. So that's what they're trying to fix. So they come up na or they decided to launch na, somehow relaunch, launch na yung AR/VR set nila, no? So instead na mag-rely sila sa core business nila, which is Facebook, nag-innovate sila to expand to more diverse business, diba? So if we're gonna think of it, saan ba natin na-access ang Facebook phone? It's either Apple, iOS, or Android, right? Android care of Google. So merong mga difficulties kapag gano'n, no, sa side ni Facebook because may share na nakuha si Apple and Google doon. So, well, business is business. So what they did, gumawa sila ng, I forgot the term, I think Oculus, yung AR/VR device nila. So gumawa sila nun for the other business. So in that sense, sila na mismo talaga yung may-ari and not Apple or Google, no? So that's wise. So that's one of the examples of being innovative. Apple, we all know Apple. Amazon, right now, hindi lang yung website nila na e-commerce, sila nakakuha ng market or revenue share rather. Revenue, source of revenue nila, no? So they also have yung Amazon Prime. I believe na rinig niyo na yan. And then Amazon Web Services, so AWS. This is their cloud solution. So a lot of companies here in the Philippines, especially mga tech companies, are subscribed to AWS. It's a cloud platform, cloud computing platform na sinasubscribe ng mga companies so that they don't have to store their servers inside their companies. So they're just gonna subscribe to Amazon. Netflix, we all know the story of Netflix. If hindi kayo aware, yung Blockbuster versus Netflix na story. So na si Blockbuster, well, si Netflix lumapit kay Blockbuster but parang they declined or rejected Netflix. Then later on, nag-start na yung streaming or subscription na basis na marketing strategy or commercial strategy ng Netflix. Then later on, Blockbuster failed to innovate. So sila yung nalugi ngayon and then look at where Netflix is right now, diba? Then Google or Alphabet, same with Facebook and Amazon, no? Marami silang revenue sources. No? So at the lower part, at the bottom part, I just put here some of the PH tech-driven companies, no, na founded and or operating here in the Philippines. So we have SAP, IBM, Accenture, Huawei, Oracle, Grab, Shopee, Infor, Microsoft. So actually kanina I came across a news about Union Bank in our right. Muna pala. So right pa si Union Bank. So they are actually planning to take care or parang take in charge or bilhin basically yung Citibank consumer business, no? So ganun kabilis mag-innovate and mag-acquire in terms of acquisitions, no? Ganun kabilis mag-acquire or yung ganun kabilis gumalaw yung tech space or yung tech companies natin. So we also have Globe, PLDT, and Smart. Well, Smart and PayMaya is under PLDT technically, and GCash is under Globe. We have Lazada as well and DXC Technology. So etong mga companies na to, if mapapansin nyo, most of them are actually foreign-founded companies na nagkakaroon lang ng operations here in the Philippines or they decided to have their ROHQ or yung headquarters nila here in the Philippines. So ang tunay na, how do you say this? Natural born na Philippine-founded or Filipino-founded na tech companies here are actually PLDT and Globe, and then yung mga anaks nila. So Lazada and Shopee and Grab are Singapore-founded. Oracle, Accenture, SAP. I believe Oracle and SAP are Germany-founded. And then the rest, and including pala Union Bank, it's actually Filipino-founded under Aboitiz. So these conglomerates no, nag-decide sila expand uh, the outside their core business. So we all know naman telco, the usual prepaid, postpaid broadband. Right now, nag-expand tayo to fintech, to e-wallets, no, to healthcare. Ganun na siya ka-wide. No? So some of these companies naman are consultancy companies. So siguro parents nyo, friends nyo, relatives nyo are working in DXC and Accenture. These are one of the companies talaga, tech companies na malalaki yung population, no, sa Philippines. So some of them are actually hybrid of tech slash BPO companies, but like katulad ng Accenture and DXC, but it's a different sector pa or industry. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna make kwento of a transformation story of Globe. I'm not promoting any companies here. It's just that I am aware of what happened to Globe. And it so happened that our CEO right now, Globe Telecom, CEO and President, Ernest Koo, happens to be an industrial engineer from DLSU, batch 1882, sorry, 1982. So he's an IE from LaSalle. Nalaman ko na lang din to when I was employed in Globe. So super amazed ako sa kanya. So he's actually one of our idols there. Yung mga IE sa Globe, no? So we look up to him. So yung transformation story na to, itong diagram na nakikita niyo, it came from Singapore Management University. It's a study. And natuwa ko sa kanya kasi accurate yung kwento nito based dun sa kinakwento rin ni Ernest ko sa amin when we were just fresh grads, no? Newbies pa lang kami, freshies pa lang kami sa corporate world. So what happened here, nung time na namamayagpag si PLDT and Globe, talagang pulubi si Globe noon before, sorry for the term, pero talagang hindi talaga makalapit si Globe sa competition. So what Globe and Ayala did, because if you don't know, Ayala owns Globe. Yan. May stake si Ayala sa Globe, no? So what happened here, in-upgrade ni Globe, no, yung network, IT and systems, and talent and culture nila. So while this major facelift, I would say, is happening, may keynote dito si Ernest Kuno na while you are changing the engines of a plane, naka-onboard yung mga passengers mo. So that's how risky it is. And actually, nangyayari yun hanggang ngayon. We develop projects, we improve projects. Yung nakikita nyo sa postpaid, prepaid, yung broadband nyo, may mga new offers. If sa GCash merong new product or service, ginagawa namin yun while you guys are onboarded, right? Kaya mapapansin nyo, minsan may mga system downtime, dun kami nag-migrate to production. So that's what's happening. I'm gonna dive lang a bit. So yung technology or yung 3 pillars ng Globe transformation. So in the network, isa sa mga very IE move, no, or decision na ginawa dito is that in-eliminate yung napakaraming vendor namin for the networks. So we retained one, which is, I believe, Huawei. Yeah, it's Huawei. And then later on, nagkaroon ng improvement sa relationship and dun sa maintenance and support ng vendors. When we say vendor, supplier. Yan. Yun yung tamang IE term. It's supplier. So yung supplier natin sa mga networks, mga cablings, ganyan, and other technologies inside the telco industry. No? So, naging isa na lang yung supplier nun. Pero of course, as this evolved, nagkaroon pa rin ng maraming suppliers, of course. Pero that time, this happened around 2009, 2010. So of course, wala pa ako nun sa Globe. So, this happened around that time. And, syempre, iba pa yung setting nun compared to what is happening right now. No? So, isa lang yung vendor namin before or supplier for network products, no, and services. So we recalibrated them from 3G to 4G. Imagine before 4G pa lang yung work on natin, but right now we are actually working on nasa 5G and we actually rolled it out 2019. Yeah, and then fully used na siya or utilized by 2020. The next is yung IT and systems. Nag-invest si Ayala ng 400 million USD para sa IT systems, no? So dito na papasok, hindi lang actually IT to and systems, dito na rin papasok sina marketing, sina strategy team, kasi dito na pumasok yung customer analytics. Dito na namin nakita na valuable yung data and yung insights na nakukuha namin from the users, and that will only happen if you will upgrade your IT and systems. So diba, very very IE move yun. Mag-invest ka and then later on, may kita mo yung gain. So, higher risk, higher reward niya, di ba? So, lastly, talent and culture. So, this is more internal, well, both internal and external to Globe. So, internally, we launched the I Love Globe campaign. So, we redefined yung 10 service commitments namin as employees, and then we reimagined and redesigned naman externally yung stores, yung mga Globe stores na nakita nyo. And believe it or not, award-winning yung mga stores na yun based sa interior design and sa spacing. So, I believe meron tayong IE course or subject. May IE subject tayo na about facilities and planning. So, diba, very IE din to, nagagamit natin to doon. And yeah, so in-improve then how we talk to the customers. So, dito na rin involve yung BPO side, no, yung customer care side natin. So, that's the whole story. And under the technologies right now that I have experience in Globe, no, nung time na pumasok na ako, we have cloud computing, we have blockchain, which is crypto, and I would like to believe na merong mga nag-axi dito, but I don't do axi pa right now. I don't do crypto, but I have the general idea. And then Internet of Things, ito na yung basically Industry 4.0, since transitioning tayo to Industry 5.0, right? So we have cybersecurity din dito, and big data and analytics. So if you're gonna look at the second bullet, merong X as a service. So basically, ito yung enablement na binibigay ng cloud computing. So itong X na to, na papalitan siya ng software as a service. So ginilagay ko lang X because marami siya. Software as a service, data as a service, risk as a service, infrastructure as a service. So generally, ang idea nito is para makatipid yung companies on how they utilize their IT and system. So, related siya dito sa middle circle natin dito, no, on how you utilize your IT or upgrade your IT systems. So, we partnered with AWS, the one I mentioned earlier. And AWS has this campaign, which is cloud first. So, everything that we do, nung naabutan ko na sa Globe, everything that we do is cloud first. So, we make sure na lahat ng project namin is backed by a cloud technology. So, di ba, yun yung mga mandate sa amin na kailangan din namin sundin on a perspective din ng IE, no, or sa view ng IE in terms of prioritization. If we have this mandate na a cloud first, or kung maghahanap tayo ng solution for that project to automate that process, I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna use a cloud technology first. Then later on na, or sa baba na yung mga other considerations, no. So that's it. I'm just gonna check if meron mga nag-drop ng questions. Okay, wala pa. But please, guys, drop a questions if meron kayong questions so far. So that's the gist ng ang tawag dito, technology or tech space in general. So recap lang para may questions kayo later. So Industrial Revolution, we are currently transitioning to Industry 5.0. We have the FAANG, the big tech companies. If you have questions about these companies, kung ano yung gusto nyong i-reco ko sa inyo, this is actually more fitting with the graduating students. But isa sa mga gusto ko nang i-campaign ngayon, as early as first year, second year, third year, planuhin nyo na. Kasi I don't want to happen na parang, I mean, specifically for you guys, na parang lost kayo when you come na, or when you graduate na, no? Doon nyo palang i-figure out. There's nothing bad about it to wonder, no? There's nothing bad about it. It's just that time is very significant. Yeah? Sobrang limited resource na to. So, later on, actually, yun yung pag-uusapan na natin next. Okay, if my question is transformation story, drop it down. The technologies that we use. Okay, career options. So as mentioned earlier, Globe was my first job. It was my first interview, and luckily, yun lang yung interview. So, luckily, it was by accident. So, ito yung sasabi ko kanina na ayokong mangyari sa inyo yung accident na yun. I never planned anything na pumunta ako sa tech space, ganyan. Accident lang to. It's just so happened na may openings sa LinkedIn noon, and then they're looking for industrial engineers or other management related courses na fresh grad. So I applied, pinuntahan ko yung in-house job nila na job hunting or parang yung interviews na mismo. So out of thousands, na-trim down kami to 500, and etong sa lower left na photo, so kami yan, first ever batch, parang experimental batch kami ng mga fresh grads. Na-hire kami, we were 12, but I think wala na dito yung iba kasi nag-resign na sila. Anyway, we were 12, so out of thousands, hundreds, na-hire kaming 12. So siguro may magtatanong later kung ano yung mga schools ng mga to, pero later on na lang. Pero I'd like to discuss din sana yung how do I say this? Yung competence ng IE na galing sa Adamson. No? So, yeah. So, I want to discuss this because I don't want you to get lost in the future. Okay. First, jack of all trades, master of none. Lagi natin ito naririnig. Yes, that's true. We are a jack of all trades pagka-graduate natin, and wala pa tayong mastery talaga. Kasi minastery muna natin lahat before tayo mag-focus sa isa. So, isa sa mga napagtanto ko rin earlier this year, ano na ba ako right now? Generalist ba ako or specialist? So, ano meaning ng generalist and specialist? So, si Roger Federer daw, if you know him, isa siyang generalist. Kasi nag-play muna siya ng dozen of different sports before siya specialize in tennis. So, nag-skateboarding siya, nag-basketball siya, nag-soccer siya, nag-skiing siya, skateboarding. So, trinay na muna yung lahat. And he was good in some sports. Pero later on, nakita niya yung love niya for tennis. And later on, din na siya nag-focus talaga. And maganda naman din naging output, right? Or naging results. For Tiger Woods, naging specialist siya agad. Sabi dito, sa nabasa kong article, so he started imitating yung swing ng pag-golf as early as 10 months old. So, fast forward na to 21, siya na yung naging best golfer in the world, di ba? So, it's a matter of choices, no? So, dito sa baba, sa lower left, ang question talaga, kailan ka magiging Federer or kailan ka magiging Woods, no? So, in the right side, meron tayo ditong shaped skills concept. Actually, tinawag ko lang siyang shaped skills concept kasi hindi ko talaga makita. Based on research ko kung anong tawag sa concept na to, but I can ask yung mga HR people, no? Pero, nirelate ko siya sa HR recruitment field because this is what they're looking with the employees na hinahire nila. No? So, sa I-shape, ito yung mastery mo lang. So, for example, ang mastery mo is, let's say, supply chain. Mastery mo supply chain and wala ka nang alam na iba. Sa T-shape, may master mo yung different types of supply chain across industry, and then supply chain na hardcore yung alam mo. Pero yung horizontal mo is supply chain across industries or across different companies, and then supply chain business processes yung talagang alam mo. So this is the bare minimum, yun yung tinatawag ng bare minimum. Okay? And then we have the pie shape. So one big horizontal siya, and then two vertical na knowledge mo. No? So if meron kang horizontal knowledge and let's say e-commerce na lang, e-commerce yung horizontal mo, and then meron kang dalawang knowledge na nag-gain throughout your career or yung ginagol mo pala or yung tinatarget mong goal. No? So first, ang gusto mong i-target sa e-commerce and maybe marketing, and then second, ang gusto mong i-target is data analytics. So that's the pie shape. No? Meron kang dalawang specialty and meron kang isang broad experience in e-commerce. So right now, what I am targeting, right now, I don't know if na-achieve ko na to or not. I'm still in the process of validation, no? Since magpo 4 years pa lang naman ako nag-work. So I think by fourth year, ma-validate ko na siya. So ito yung tinatarget ko is yung comp shape, no? So we have to be a generalist and specialist at the same time. Because right now, meron akong experience in telco or technology in general or tech space in general. And then each of the verticals na yan, I have experience in supply chain, finance, and HR, because that's what's my project right now, no? And data management. So right now, unti-unti ko na siya nabubuo. Kumbaga puzzle siya minsan eh. Before pie-shaped lang siya hanggang sa nagiging broad na siya, and then kakabit ako ng another vertical. So that's what's keeps me excited. Kasi unti-unti humahaba yung vertical mo, yung horizontal mo, and then nagiging depth din, no, yung verticals mo. So yeah, dun sa last ako na appreciate nila to. So I hope nakakuha din kayo ng magandang idea dito. As early as now, maganda sana na nade-develop niya na kung ano yung gusto niyong i-target. I believe mag-start muna kayo with the T-shape, no? Since IE naman, given naman yan na magka-cut across different how to say this? Different subjects na lang muna. And then magkaroon ka ng focus mo, no? Maybe engineering economy, ganyan na maybe marketing, because I enjoyed my marketing class with Ma'am Lasian talaga. So isa yun sa mga memorable namin, accounting, yan. So yeah, and then later on, as you progress, dinadagdagan mo yung verticals mo. Kasi for me, given na talaga na IE is broad. So bahala ka na dun sa verticals mo as you go on. Next, I don't know if I'm running out of time na. Anyway, ito yung sabi ko kanina, yung difference ng field, industry, versus sector. No? So sa field, basically ito yung domain of your professional specialization. So like kami ni Pao, yung speaker natin earlier, project management yung specialty namin. And we have friends na IEs din na nasa data science and analytics ngayon. And a lot of our batchmates then are in the supply chain. Some are in the marketing, very few. And then bunch, or let's say mga 20% nasa consultancy or they started in the consultancy side, or yung iba naman, yun yung ginogolden na later on maging consultant sila and be part of a consultancy company. So, yan yung field, no? Pag sinabi natin industry, ito yung class of products or services. So, energy industry, Meralco. BPO industry, Accenture, ano ba? Yung mga sikat na BPO ba? Alorica, Task Us, na startup din before na founded by the foreigners na nag-grew din dito sa Philippines, no? And then financial services, so we have the banks, the fintechs, the education academe, of course, we have Adamson, Ateneo, LaSalle. Entertainment, so I'd like to believe K-pop is an industry, so K-pop industry is under this entertainment industry. So if may passion kayo sa K-pop, why not pursue an IE field or any fields in K-pop industry, diba? So kakaroon natin na IE soon sa nasa Hybe, diba? So ba't ko alam yung Hybe? Anyway, diba? Later on, I saw an article regarding Hybe, and basically kinain. They acquired Scooter Bronze, or yung company na nag-handle kina Justin Bieber and previously Taylor Swift. Justin Bieber and a bunch of artists, Ariana Grande, no? So, ganun kalaki si Hybe. And then later on, may nakita akong parang article, and then later on, magba-branch out sila, katulad ng kay Google, kay Meta, kay Amazon, magba-branch out sila to different businesses. So, diba, hindi na siya K-pop lang, diba? So, magkakaroon siya maybe marketing, mag-focus sa marketing or streaming business, we don't know. Pero for sure, magkakaroon ng project management dyan, magkakaroon ng data science, analytics, may supply chain for sure, magkakaroon ng marketing, consultancy, and a bunch of fields pa. So, yun yung definition natin ng industry. So, for the sector, basically economic classification siya. So, hinge siya dun sa GDP natin, no? So, classification lang naman siya kung manufacturing sector ka ba, construction sector, government services, private services, well, a lot of these industries are under private services, no? And then transportation and communications. Apparently, pinagsasama pa rin si transportation and communication, pero I'd like to believe meron tayong hiwalay na government agencies for it. So, of course, may DOTC tayo and NPC. No, I forgot. DICT or DITC for the communication. So, doon palagi, sa DICT or DITC, doon palagi tinitignan yung mga, or doon yung focus ng mga tech companies under tech space or technology environment. No? So, yeah, for the record, ito yung definition natin of field versus industries versus sector. So, before kasi confused din kami dito and later on, figure out ko na why not share talaga yung, i-share ko sa inyo kung ano talaga yung definition na itong mga to. Para kapag, maybe in the future, kapag internship nyo, di ba, para hindi kayo nalilito sa terms. No? Kasi mas marami pa kayong terms na may encounter in the future. Okay? So kaya ako discuss itong fields versus industries and sectors kasi I'm gonna discuss yung field and roles na ma-encounter nyo in the tech space. So, ito yung sinasabi ko na kinurate ko for you guys. I curated this slides. So, meron pa mga kasunod dyan. So, first, project or demand-driven. So, if you want to pursue a product management field, no, or a role in the product management field, you can be a product manager, product owner, product analytics, or product analytics experts, content management or manager, process engineer. So, medyo info overload pa to. I'll let you Google yung mga scope ng mga roles na to and ng fields na to. No? Pero basically, dito ako nabubuhay. So, ito yung mga ka-work ko. Ito yung mga related roles na in case gusto ko mag-jump from one role to another, if gusto ko ma-experience ng one role to another, ito yung field or category na nagfa-fall in ako. So currently, I'm a project manager and Scrum Master. So Scrum Master is an agile role. It's technically a project management role then. So pero super iba pa rin si project manager and Scrum Master. So currently pinapractice ko siya ngayon yung Scrum Master since nasa Gcash na ako right now. So since may nilalabas tayo sa apps natin, right? Sa Gcash app natin. So mas relevant na yung instead na project managers ang i-hire mo, Scrum Masters yung i-hire mo. I let you research about the difference, learn by doing. This is the difference na itong dalawang to. No? Kasi tatagal tayo if I'm gonna talk about that. So we have business analysts. Ito rin yung nasabi din ni Pao kanina, na-present ito sa inyo kanina. May mga fresh grads na nagsisimula muna as PMO analyst or expert business analyst, and then later on, nagiging project manager. So, iba-iba tayo ng path. Pero technically, pwede ka naman mag-jump talaga to project manager, though it is risky. But kailangan mo ng maraming confidence, kailangan mo ng maraming knowledge, kailangan emotionally strong ka, kailangan ma-prove mo na kahit first job mo to, tas project manager ka agad, kaya mo. Because out of the 12 fresh grads na hinire ni Globe, no, sa aming 12, dalawa doon is diretso project manager agad. And then the rest of us are change analysts and business analysts. So I never experienced business analyst. Nag-jump ako sa change analyst and then change manager. So I have no idea how to function as business analyst, but I jumped later on sa project manager. So customer experience, we have IEs. Maraming IEs na nasa customer experience ngayon. Since I mentioned earlier, related tong mga to sa project and demand driven. So on the rightmost side, we have commercial market driven. Basically, mixture siya or hybrid siya ng brand management, marketing, and sales ng onte, no? So if leaning towards that specific field, no, and may passion ka about marketing, sales, no, nakikita mo yung sarili mo na supposed to be kasi dapat nasa business administration, major in marketing ako, but I pursued IE kasi. So it's not the end of the world. So pwede ka talagang as IEs, pwede talaga tayo mag-jump from one field to another. So pwede mo i-pursue portfolio manager, brand manager, strategy and innovations. So in the commercial side, we have ito na medyo yun sa operations side, no? We have demand planners, product associates, value chain optimization. Actually, this is a cool department or team in the broadband. Actually, sa Globe kasi talaga to, yung VCO na to. It's a mixture of data analytics and supply chain analytics. So, nag-time check si Pao, so 11:26 daw. Sorry guys, makapag-lunch naman kayo. Anyway, so yung value chain optimization, it's a hybrid of data analytics, data science, and supply chain. So, kung gusto niyo pagsamahin yun, wala talagang black and white ngayon eh. Kung gusto niyo pagsamahin yun, check niyo yung LinkedIn. If in the future gusto niyo mag-internship, check niyo yung LinkedIn, search of VCO, value chain optimization. It's gonna be worth it. So, channel development specialist and data records management. So, ito, in general, yung related fields, no? Then, if we're gonna jump to another field or category, we have service and technology driven. Ito na yung medyo mas technical, and believe it or not, ang daming IEs dito, no? Na hindi natin alam kung pinursu talaga nila intentionally or unintentionally, pero regardless, masaya sila ngayon based sa feedback na nare-receive natin. No? So, later on, meron tayong testimonials na that came straight from the IEs. No? So, may kita nyo later on dun yung kung sino yung mga nasa hardcore technical, sino yung nasa marketing, sino yung nasa customer experience, project management. So, yun. So, dito sa leftmost side, service and technology driven, we have quality officer. So, magagamit dito yung Six Sigma. Process engineering supervisor, field manager. So, pumunta ka sa field, talaga if network yung nature ng company nyo. So, ito yung telco, ganyan. So, ang telco kasi hindi lang to guys, Smart and Globe, Dito and Converge. Hindi lang yun yung telco. Marami pang telco. Merong Huawei. So, pwede kang, if supplier ka ng thing or ng product na related sa telco industry or ginagamit ng big telco companies, well, technically under the telco industry, no. So occupational health and safety, we have safety officers then. Na well, hindi lang sa manufacturing, meron din tayo health and safety officers sa tech space. So information systems, ito na yung very data driven and technology driven talaga, hardcore, no, na field. So we have data analytics, data fraud engineer, quality managers, very Six Sigma din, service transition specialist na medyo related to change management. So lahat to currently we function in Globe and other companies din, no. Nagfa-function lahat, no, ng connected tayo lahat, parang well orchestrated lahat. So kanina pinakita ko yung project management, no. So as project managers or project management office, tayo nagliliaise between the technical people and the business people. So when we say business people, ito yun sila, yung nasa rightmost side natin. Bumalik lang tayo ng one slide back. Ang business people, or yung sinasabi ni Pao kanina na stakeholders, mostly nanggagaling sila dito sa portfolio and brand management and commercial operations. Then when we say technical people, nanggagaling sila dito sa network operations and information systems. Okay? And then medyo info overload na, pero I'm gonna send this slide because I know it's malaking tulong dito sa inyo if you want to plan ahead na, diba? And then operations driven, ito na yung BAU, if narinig niyo na yung BAU, business as usual. So sila yung nasa supply chain, sila yung nasa procurement and logistics, human resource and finance. So in the inventory and vendor management, we have supply planners, vendor managers. A lot of IEs pursue this role after graduation. Baka sabihin nyo, paano ko nasabi? So, of course, may mga friends tayo outside Adamson and across batches, diba? So, yan yung mga nila, trabaho nila right now. And then procurement and logistics, we have procurement officers, category specialists, and human resource. We, believe it or not, may IEs, ang daming IEs sa human resource. So, meron tayong HR business partner. So, ito yung mga medyo parang yung tipong supposed to be mass communication yung iti-take nila before or psychology but decided to take IE. So, ito yung perfect combination ng both. HR business partner. Workforce planning and analytics. So, diba, very cool na ngayon. Learning and development. We have a batchmate na nasa learning and development right now. So, all she does was to uh, parang provide trainings to people, and she's happy with it. Sa Emerson siya nag-work ngayon. So, hindi ko siya in-include sa mga succeeding slides ko because Emerson is technically an engineering, procurement, and construction company. So, hindi siya masyadong tech space na. So, moving forward, other fields or practices, we have finance, content management, marketing, and sales, UI and UX, so at the user experience and user interface. So if we have customer experience, we also have user experience, customer engagement, customer relationship management planner, training expert, and growth design. So eto nasa rightmost side, very telco lang to. Pero if curious kayo dun sa mga internship na pwede nyong i-take later on, or actually, may mga kilala ako na kahit second year, third year pa lang sila, parang they take on-the-job trainings or parang part-time jobs talaga para habang nasa academe sila, nag-gain na talaga sila ng, how do you say this, experience or parang knowledge dun sa industry. So they're trying it out habang nag-aaral. So apparently, napagsasabay naman nila. And before din kasi, hindi ko ata na-intro kanina, I was a student assistant before. So, pinagsasabay ko, may violent reaction dito sa left side ko. Anyway, I was a student assistant for 3 years. For 3 years lang naman. And then, nag-feeling ako na SA pa rin ako for the next 2 years. Anyway. So, malaki yung naging tulong nun sa akin. Kasi pinagsasabay ko talaga yung work and yung studies. No? So, after ko sa OZE 301 dun sa main pugad ng mga IEs, no? Mag-duty ako sa engineering laboratory. So, kunwari, mag-work ako doon, gano'n. So, what I am trying to say is that experience as much as you can habang nag-aaral kayo, no? Regardless kung internship man yan, or parang part-time nyo, or parang part-time project na tinake nyo from other companies. So, eto, basically, yung mga pwede nyo i-take na internships from Globe, PLDT, or Ayala Group. Ayun. So, quickly, I'm gonna just browse through yung mga testimonials na sinend sa akin ng friends ko. Mga butihon kong friends. Some of them are graduates of other schools, but mostly from Adamson. So, we have David Padriquez. He was a former data steward expert ng data management team ng Globe. No? So sabi niya dito, as IEs, we were trained to be masters of efficiency, which is right. So I think perfect talaga na definition na IEs is efficient. So yun. So, parang other definition na yun, parang comes after efficient. So parang yun talaga yung, if merong one word, yun talaga yung top of mind magpa-pop out sa atin. Then we have Carissa or Cansadora, batchmate namin siya, graduate of Adamson from 2017. So she's a process engineering supervisor right now in PLDT. Smart Communication. So sabi niya dito, I quoted her, yung expertise na natutunan niya during her IE days, no, help her to swiftly upskill her herself, no, whatever the job requires. Because I believe medyo naligaw din siya ng company and ng role, pero right now she's enjoying it. No. So next is Paolo Mariano. He's a graduate of De La Salle. IE din siya. Siya yung product manager ng postpaid, platinum, prepaid and roaming products ni Globe, no? So he's under product management. Same kami ng department, pero different kami ng field. Ito na yung sinasabi ko kanina na product manager yung field niya or product management yung field niya. Ako project management field ko. So I quoted him here. I was able to quickly adapt to the new space with the help of the knowledge I've learned from system dynamics and management of system information, or sa atin ata, management of information system. So yeah, I believe kay Sir Quito, no? Kay Sir Quevedo. So yeah, I enjoyed that subject din. So yeah, so yung nakikita nyo na yung mga new product enhancements ng postpaid, platinum, and prepaid roaming, si Pao yung gumagawa na, sila yung nag-roadmap from planning, initiation, hanggang sa ma-deliver yung product papunta sa inyo. Sila yun. Ang galing ng mga IEs. So we have Carla Ishra Basig. She's a graduate of Adamson batch 2015. She's a former business readiness manager. So teammate ko siya, pero never kami nakapag-work sa isang project. So product management then. So I quoted her here. Being an IE would mean you're thorough. So gusto kong dagdagan thorough and tough, no? So right now, nasa Norway siya ngayon, nag-take ng Masters in Project Management, and after that, hindi pa niya alam kung doon na siya mag-stay or mag-come back siya dito and be with us. So, yeah. And actually, mag-represent pala siya ng thesis topic nila ni Hazelin, I forgot the surname, pero kabatchmate niya, ni Hazelin sa Oslo, sa Denmark pala. So may invitation sila by next year, mag-represent sila doon ng thesis nila. Thesis to sa Adamson na. So that's how big their thesis is, no? So recognized talaga siya kasi pinublish nila yun eh. So may mga thesis ata na hindi na-publish before, including ours. So pero important na napapublish talaga natin siya para nakikita ng mga different organizations, no? Okay. Next, we have Nico Aguila from LaSalle then batch 2016. He was a former business analyst and data fraud solutions architect. So, kapag sinabi natin architect, hindi lang tayo architect na architect. Architect. We also have architect sa tech space side. So, merong nasa data analytics, merong nasa information system. So, I quoted him here, even making yung IE, no? Even made him handle a little more responsibility as compared to my job description. So beyond the job description, he was able to handle everything kasi ay siya. That's it. And Adriel Bautista, batchmate din namin siya, batch 2017. She's a business analyst right now. I quoted her here. People usually see engineering as a degree where you're already boxed in a specific industry. But one of IE's niche is how adaptable you can be when you enter one. So basically, in-highlight niya dito is yung flexibility natin wherever we go. Next, Emerson Sanchez from PUP Manila, batch 2017. Batchmate namin siya sa Arrow 88. Yeah, Arrow 88, and then naging rin namin siya, teammate din namin siya sa Globe. So right now, he's a senior business analyst sa Metro Bank right now. Sabi niya dito, working for a tech company is tough, but I always see it as a win-win situation. CJ David Makaya, she's my former stakeholder. She's from Mapua University. Hindi natin alam yung batch niya, so ayaw niya daw ipaalam. So right now, she's a cards planning and operations manager. So siya yung nag-handle ng SIMs natin, guys. Yung TM and Globe SIMs natin, yung inventory management ng products natin. And GOMO. If you don't know, guys, GOMO is the first fully digital telco, but it's technically under Globe. Hinahandle din nila inventory management nun. Sabi niya dito, we can fit into any role if we are prepared to make a slight shift from pure technicalities and embrace the wider business challenges. So sinasabi niya dito na once na makapag-shift ka na from IE perspective to technical, kailangan mo rin at some point mag-shift to a business perspective. And then we have Maynard Miranda. He's a former process specialist intern sa Smart Communication. So right now nasa saan si Maynard? Nasa Washington. Yeah, nasa Washington siya. Pero parang nasa New York siya right now. Kasi may bago.
Babakasyon.
Correct, ma'am. So, nagbabakasyon siya doon. So, may mga pasno. So, yeah. So, nandun si Maynard ngayon. He took his master's there. So, he just graduated, I think, earlier this year. And we have Cloyd Mendiola. Batchmate din namin sa Arrow 88 from PUP Manila. He's currently the Customer Experience Success Manager ng GCash right now. So, hindi pa kami nagkaka-work, pero basically, guys, siya yung man behind the G-Forest. Yung mga ganyan. So, yung mga G-Life, yung mga nakikita niya sa apps, no? So, sabi niya dito, being an IE has provided me a great flexibility as it has trained me to make big decisions, analyze complex problems, and do things in a better way. So, ito isa to sa mga examples na kailangan niya mag-shift from a IE perspective to technical to customer experience because yun yung role niya in our company. So si Yari Concebido or Dayanara Concebido, he's currently a SAP or SAP functional consultant from Ernst & Young. So sabi niya dito, being an IE in a tech space seems not ordinary for an IE career path. It's quite intimidating sometimes, yes. being surrounded by tech engineers and architects, but it's something not to dwell in. So na-experience din namin yan ni Pao, na overwhelmed kami sa mga technical terminologies, no? And yung actual legwork na ginagawa nila. But you just have to study. So studying never stops talaga. Learning never stops. Lastly, I'd like to believe it in last. Si Miss Lala or Laura Herrera from UP Diliman. She is currently the program director of digital growth team. So yung mga Globe One na app, so sila yung nagpa-facilitate doon, and the future apps na ilalabas pa namin soon. So sabi niya dito, it allowed me to understand and embrace the intricacies of the telco industry enough to lead projects and programs. So I think na-mention din ata ni Pao kanina na ang levels kasi ng handling natin ng projects or ng project delivery is from project to program to portfolio. So ang highest na pwede ma-attain ng naman highest na pwede ma-attain, pero inside the field is yung portfolio management. Okay? Okay, so that's it. So check ko lang ulit yung inbox baka meron naman kayong questions. Guys, drop lang ng questions. Wala pa. So mag-question lang kayo. Most of you are presented and published internationally. That's right, ma'am. Yes. Guys, drop lang kayo ng question if meron kayo kasi wala pa akong pa-premyo. So, kung sino yung mag-drop ng question ng pinakamaganda, I'm gonna give a GCash credit. So, send niya sa akin yung GCash niya later on. So, eto, quick guide lang on how are you gonna prepare yourself for your chosen field and industry. I'm not saying that you should choose the tech space. I will let you explore and decide. Di ko rin sinasabi na mag-project manager kayo, mag-project management kayo. So start by identifying what you hate. What do you hate ba? Instead of the usual, what do you love? Start by identifying what do you hate. Ako talaga, before pa ako graduate, ayoko talaga ng papel. I hate papers. First, because pangit yung sulat ko. Pangit talaga yung penmanship ko. So, sobrang napipilitan ako sa engineering drawing before. So, 2.75 naman yung grade ko din. So ayoko talaga ng papel. I hate papers kasi everything now is digital. So parang ang mindset ko, bakit pa tayo nagpapapel? Diba? So siguro may mga some na kailangan talaga ipapel natin. Siguro for books, kailangan talaga, iba parang pag binabasa natin sa library, sa papel. So, start by identifying what do you hate. Kasi if na-identify mo na ano yung na-hate, yung hate mo, you should come up with a solution din eh. So ako, identify ko na hate yung solution. So I started embracing my job. Kasi my job is to automate things and to deliver it, no? And to deliver the benefits of automating processes. So nagkaroon ng pagkapasok ko sa Globe, merong paperless initiative. So I was part of it. Ginawa naming 80% paperless sa Globe, and by today, 100% paperless na. So wala nang nung nag-pandemic, hindi na kami nahirapan mag-shift sa work from home setup kasi ginagawa na namin yan before. Pina-practice na namin siya slowly. Then, bawasan na rin talaga yung mga paper stuff na yung mga pinapapirmahan, mga ganyan. So, everything is in the laptop right now and in the cloud. Second, what's your ambag? So, hindi ko alam kung anong lalagay ko kasi na title dito. So, I just put here ambag. So, instead na tanungin niyo, ano ba yung gusto kong maging in the future? Start by identifying, ano ba yung change na gusto mong mangyari? Ano yung gusto mong i-contribute to the world? So, instead the world pala, nilagay ko dito society para medyo mas maliit naman yung scope na para mas visible. So, ano yung gusto mong i-contribute sa society? Kasi ako, what I want to contribute talaga to society is yung ease ng life. Ganun, no? Inclusivity of everything. So, the reason why I moved din sa GCash na because I wanted to help them. Kasi may perspective now coming from Globe. From a bigger company, papaba ako. So, ang strategy ko kasi right now, from a bigger company and then from small to startup company. Pero nag-i-increase naman yung of course, yung salary and yung role ko or responsibilities. So, yun yung path ko or yung portfolio na ginagawa ko right now. So, if gusto nyo strategy din, not bad. So, pwede nyo naman ma-inspire din and gayahin nyo. So, right now, na-inspire kasi ako talaga na parang tulungan si Men since sobrang kaka-double unicorn lang namin. So, diba, the first startup na naging double unicorn. So we call a startup a double unicorn or a unicorn kapag yung value niya na as a company is $1 billion. So wala pa nakagawa na startup company. So when we say startup, yun talaga nag-start siya from the ground and walang suporta or hindi siya existing sa na business ng big company. So ayun. So may perspective ako coming from Globe, and then right now, luckily, from the team that I was in before, yung exact team na yun din yung team ko ngayon sa Mint, and nag-iisa lang ako doon in terms of the specialization. So right now, at least napaprocess ko everything and nakakapag provide ako ng insights coming from the perspective of Globe. So ang gusto ko maging ambag doon talaga is makatulong sa inclusivity because I'm not promoting Gcash here or Paymaya, pero ang goal naman kasi talaga Industry 5.0, remember yung kasasabi ko kanina, inclusivity. Yun yung goal din ng Society 5.0 na concept from Japan. Gawin natin inclusive yung technology natin kasi we were able to adapt na eh. Now, gawin natin inclusive para maging smart cities na tayo, di ba? So, that's my contribution. So, kayo guys, start by identifying muna ano yung gusto niyo change na mangyari and ano yung gusto niyo ma-contribute, no? Ano gusto niyo ambag. So, for the next steps, this is just general. For the next steps, plan early. So, kaya ko kinakampaign din na kahit na medyo pang graduating students talaga tong pinakita ko sa inyo, alam kong na-appreciate niya din siya. Kasi,
First year sila.
Ay. May nagko-comment na naman sa side ko. Anyway, alam ko ma-appreciate niya siya kasi may stuff na hindi lang naman applicable for graduating students. No? Ma-identify niyo rin siya later on as you go by sa IE journey niyo. No? So plan early, mag-create ka ng criteria niyo and mini goals, celebrate mini goals, and establish niyo identity niyo as a person. Second, experiment lang. Na as long as worth exploring yung experimentation na gagawin nyo. Then leadership, mag-invest talaga sa leadership. The reason why I got accepted sa Globe, out of the thousands, hundreds of applicants, kasi may background na nga ako ng student assistantship. And may background din ako na nag-lead ako ng how do you say this, parang mga initiatives. So kayo, habang nasa IE journey pa kayo, mag-invest kayo sa leadership programs or initiatives. No? Regardless kung follower ka man or leader, pwede ka talagang leadership naman is not only yung execution but also yung mindset. So, fourth is yung campaign. Gusto kong i-campaign sa inyo na magkaroon kayo ng campaign. No? So ako, ang campaign ko kasi is to give value and impact. So kayo, better yet, start na kayo ng campaign niya para na-enhance yung brand niyo. Ano bang brand yung gusto nyong i-promote? Or parang ano yung brand na gusto nyong makita or ma-perceive sa inyo ng tao? No? When we say brand, of course, meron kang value na makukuha doon, no? Or substance from that specific campaign. Fifth, have a mentor. Look for a mentor. Trust is built over time and not overnight. So pag sabi nating mentor, constant mentor ito. So have a mentor. Pwede mga prof natin, pwede mga friends din natin, older batches, or family, or friends, or relatives, diba? So for the practice, I'd like to encourage you guys to practice yung 5 W's and 1 H. So who, what, when, where, how, and why in all situations. No? Kasi lalo na kapag vague yung situations, pag practice mo to, actually, yeah, ito basically yung 5 Y's and 1 H. So, pag practice mo to, ang daming problems yung masasolve, actually. And then, M&P, so, nilagay ko na siya M&P kasi masyadong mahaba if mindset and perspective. So, assess your mindset and perspective on risk-taking and changes, no? So, just because sinabi kong mag-risk-take kayo doesn't mean na sinasabi ko rin na i-risk-take nyo na siya agad. No? Meron tayong iba't ibang privileges. And just because kaya kong i-risk to doesn't mean kaya mong i-risk. Just because kaya mong i-risk doesn't mean kaya ding i-risk ng ibang tao. So, kaya sinasabi ko dito, i-assess nyo yung mindset nyo ng mabuti and yung perspective nyo to a lot of things kasi hinge siya sa magiging risk-taking natin and changes na gusto natin mangyari in life. And then, third, na need nyo rin i-practice is yung pag-filter nyo of what you consume digitally and thoughtfully. So start by following substantial people and substantial articles and group of people, organizations. Yun. Kasi what you consume is what you are. Diba? What you eat is what you are. Parang ganun eh. So, sa practice, inulit ko uli yung campaign kasi kailangan mong establish lang yung brand mo and ma-realize mo yung benefits later on. Diba? Once you establish your brand, kapag meron ka ng specific identity, mabilis ka maalala ng mga tao. So, regardless pa yan kung personality mo lang, pwedeng yung personality mo, yun na yung brand mo mismo, yung kinakampaign mo. You're bubbly, you are parang joker at times, pero may substance, alam mo yun. So, start by establishing your brand. V&I or value and impact. Ito yung sasabi ko sa inyo kanina na campaign ko. Make sure to leave value and impact wherever you go. Kung internship man yan, company, kung party man yan, nagiinuman kayo, leave an impact and value to the people you meet outside and inside the academy. So, last na to. What's your ikigai? So I just wanted to share with you guys na very helpful to identify kung ano ba talagang gusto niyo i-prioritize sa life. Ano yung tingin yung passion niyo? Ano talaga yung mission niyo versus your vocation versus your profession. So, it's a Venn diagram. Yeah, it's a Venn diagram. So, di ba, makaklasify mo dito what we are good at, what we love versus what the world needs from you, what we can be paid for. Di ba? So, kaya yung, kung mapapansin nyo, what can be paid for and saan ako magaling, kapag pinagsama mo, yun yung profession ko. So, quickly, share ko lang sa inyo. This is my sample. So, saan ako kumikita? Sa project management skills ko. Kasi yun yung trabaho ko. So, binabayaran ako doon and yun din ako magaling. So saan ako magaling and ano yung love ko or yung passion ko. I have a passion in film and content production and at the same time in charity or pag-reach out to other people. So that's my passion. And what I love and what the world needs, basically mga selfless service or being a change agent, yun talaga yung long-term mission ko. No? And then my vocation, basically what the world needs from me and what I can be paid for is being a consultant, a mentor, or a coach. So I'm slowly, attaining or parang establishing my foundation here. I can say na okay na ako sa profession, I can say na okay na ako sa passion and sa mission. So for the vocation, that's what I'm working on. So doesn't mean just because I'm working na right now and I am 26 years old. I just turned 26. Doesn't mean na figure out ko na lahat. So, wag kayo ma-pressure because marami pang mangyayari sa life. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll leave you guys with this quotation from my favorite author, Adam Grant. So, focus attention and energy on making a difference in the lives of others, and success might follow as a byproduct. If we're just gonna focus on making a difference, on the change, on the lives of other people instead of ourselves, yung success mismo, not only our success, but the company we are in, magpa-follow na lang yan as a byproduct. So, yeah, that's it. For inquiries, yes. You can reach me at jauhimer@gmail.com. You can message me in LinkedIn or connect with me in Clubhouse. So if you guys have Clubhouse. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. And thanks for having me, Sir Bren and Ma'am Lucia. So if you guys have questions, I'm gonna give GCash credits dun sa magtatanong. Sa pinakamaganda magtatanong. I mean, pinakamagandang tanong, pinakamagandang question. Yeah. So, question ni John Benedict Valente. What is the biggest hurdle when working in tech companies po? If ever meron. Yes, of course meron. How did you overcome them po? Yung terminologies. Hirap talaga kasi. Minsan may sinasabi silang tech stuff na hindi na natin alam or as IESA, hindi natin na-encounter ever since ng college life natin. So, mapipilitan ka talagang mag-research, magtanong din. So, don't be shy to ask. Ako, ang nagiging strategy ko talaga, mag-research muna ako and then I'm gonna validate it to the people who knows it. Hindi ako nahiya magtanong. Okay naman, parang isipin nila parang ang bobo naman ito. Or parang, or medyo harsh ba? Sorry. Parang okay lang na isipin nila na parang, ba't di mo alam? So parang okay lang. Kasi before, may room for improvement pa talaga or may room for those questions kasi bago pa lang ako. Pero as you move forward with your career sa tech space, may establish mo na eh. Di ba? Unti-unti napapuzzle, nabubuo mo yung puzzle na nabubuo mo sa tech space. So, yeah, yun yung isa sa pinakamahirap na hurdle. Aside from that, kailangan, since nasa project management kasi kami, sinasandwich kami ng technical people and ng business people. So, di ba, perfect area for IE. So, nasa sandwich kami. So, ang nagiging epekto nun na maganda, of course, nakita mo yung perspective ng dalawang fields. Pero at the same time, kailangan mo mag-liaise and kailangan mong balansehin yung dalawang parties na yun. Kasi may gustong gawin sina business or sina commercial side na hindi possible technically, and sina technical people sinasabi nila na hindi possible, pero based on recent data nila business, possible pala. So, yun. I hope I answered your question. Next from Joshua Oliva, hello po, how can you handle stress and pressure at work po? And tips po how to overcome it. Identify your, I forgot the term. Identify your, I forgot the term, but I came across it 2 weeks ago. But identify your stress reliever or parang coping mechanism. Ayun. Yung coping mechanism mo when you are angry, when you feel depressed, or when you feel sad, gawin mo agad. So in my case, umiinom ako, pero wag niyo akong gayahin. So I go out with my friends. So yun yung pang-release ko ng stress. So after work, mag-iinom kami. Since isang tumbling lang sa BGC yung mga kainan and mga bars and clubs. So yun yung coping mechanism ko, pero ako yun. So as an adult. So kayo guys, you can start by siguro listening to the music that you love and then inhale, exhale talaga. And yung perspective nyo, as mentioned kanina, yung perspective and mindset nyo, start by being in the shoes of the person you are angry, diba? Angry with, or dun sa shoes or dun sa essence nung reason kung bakit ka galit, no? You have to understand things. You have to change your hats. Mga thinking hats mo, no? Kailangan mong baguhin siya para maintindihan mo yung mga bagay-bagay. That's how we handle stressful and pressure. Stressful and pressure sa work, no? Next from Aaron Rafael Ricardo, kailan nyo po na-realize na para sa inyo talaga yung chosen field nyo ngayon? Good question. After ko mag-CIE, tapos after ko mag-CIE, kasi pinagsabi ko na naman yung CIE sa work, after ko mag-CIE, nag-break kami ng girlfriend ko na ex-girlfriend. Nag-break kasi kami ng ex-girlfriend ko na, so I have to move forward. I have to focus dun sa work ko. So, have to focus sa work ko. So, dun ko na-realize, dun ko mas na-absorb na, wow, everything that I do talaga is related to IE and para sa akin talaga to kasi this is the change that I want and this is the values I want to impart to people and I really want to automate things. No, gusto ko maging inclusive lahat ng bagay kasi hindi lang para sa mayayaman or sa privilege yung technology. It's for everyone. No. So, yeah, then at that point ko siya nalaman at my first year anniversary at work. Then ko siya nalaman timeline-wise. From Itrik, I hope I pronounce it right, Itrik, Manipon. Meron tayong batchmate na Manipon before, right? Si MJ, yeah. We miss everyone. How would you know if the career path that you are taking is right for you? The path that you are taking is right for you. If ever, how would you swerve if you think it is not for you? May kasama kami actually, dito sila ngayon. Merong nag-resign kasi sabi niya, parang gusto mo talagang umalis ng manufacturing. So right now, he's in the process of looking at the service sector. So, malalaman mo siya if you are not happy anymore. If you are not fulfilled, no? But again, guys, happiness is a choice, ha? Hindi mo siya pwedeng ikabit sa kahit anong bagay. It's a decision, okay? Pero if ramdam mo na hindi ka na na-fulfill nung work mo or wala ng growth, then leave the job or leave the business you are in. Kasi again, hindi lang naman employment mo. Sa employment ka pwedeng enter ng tech space where you can build your own business or startup. Ayun. So how will you serve? So mag-serve rather. I-identify mo na ano ba talagang gusto mo in life. Kasi if hindi mo talaga alam yung gusto mo in life and you're just gonna parang magmimini-mini mo ka, then laging walang mangyayari. So you have to reflect on your own. Okay? Mark Justin Flotildes, can you tell me po about a time when you didn't get along with your team? What did you do po? Personally, maganda yung rapport ko with my team, pero hindi mo maiwasan na there will always be one person na mahirap kunin yung loob. And these are people coming from the technical side, actually. So, sila yung mga introverts, usually heavily introverts, geeks. Hindi ko dinidiscriminate sila. It's just sinasabi, based on my experience lang to. So, medyo mahirap sila ka-deal with, pero you have to be inclusive to everyone. No? So, yung approach mo palagi, lagi mo silang i-consider, kailangan mo talagang i-adjust yung approach mo in terms of project management, how you lead the people, how you manage the resources, how you ask them, how you conduct your meetings, diba? How you make kausap to them, diba? So it's everything is interconnected. So yeah, mostly individually yung individuals yung may problem or issues. Pero kasi for me, if yung buong team yung hindi ka nakaka-get along, then I think you are the problem. I'd like to think yun. Pero case-to-case basis pa rin. Okay, from Mark Daniel Bonilla, hi po, how have you ever felt defeated sa particular project? Paano nyo po na-overcome? I felt defeated nung second ever project ko kasi from a really big project, biglang I felt like parang lumiit and then parang una ko naisip parang okay, ano na ba to? Magpa-plateau na ba yung kasi hype ako, diba? Tapos biglang medyo small project, so nag-plateau ako. Pero later on, na-realize ko na ang dami ko pa rin pala natututunan dito kasi it's totally different from the previous big project that I handled. So, I felt defeated at one point, pero napa-reflect din ako na, as the project goes on, ang dami ko pa rin natutunan and ang daming, actually mas sa technical stuff yung na-absorb ko nun. And as a person, as a project manager and transitioning to Scrum Master din that time, dun ko natutunan yung importance ng emotional quotients. Ayun, and emotional intelligence in general. Ayun. So, yeah, meron pa bang follow-up question? So, I'm gonna pick na yung magandang questions. Sige, habol lang kayo. Meron pa. Sorry, overtime na tayo. Sige, I think the winner is wala ba drum roll? Joke lang. I think si Itchik Manipon. Yeah. So send me your GCash or siguro via the organizers. So send me your GCash number, so I'm gonna send you a GCash credits. So yeah,
thank you po, Sir Josh. GCash po send.
Thank you, everyone. That's okay.
So, ayun po. To show our gratitude, we prepared and will award Engineer Joe Himera this certificate of appreciation for sharing his valuable knowledge as a guest speaker for the topic IEs in the Tech Space on December 4, 2021. Thank you po talaga, Engineer. So, we would request everyone to open their cameras for a photo opportunity.
Thank you, Jao. Thank you, Pao.
Thanks, ma'am!
Ito si Pao.
Oo nga eh.
Amo
Thank you
lang
for
kanina! 12 na kasi. Ano?
Kahit lang bigay mo sa
Thank you po. So hopefully yung mga freshmen natin, sila din naman, they will have their moments na kayo naman yung mag-share ng inyong mga experience and inspiration for our soon-to-be IEs.
Alright, so I will take the picture in 3, 2, 1. Engineer Joe, let's do the IE pose. If you still remember po.